Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Funboxing Sundays. This is Bitter Asian Dude Incorporated, aka Paul Sun Hyung Lee, streaming at you live from my home in East York, which is in Toronto, Canada. We're streaming to you on three different platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and of course Facebook Live. Welcome to the channel. This is another edition of Funboxing Sundays, episode number 61. Where generally what I do is unbox a geeky collectible. I do a half-ass review, and we chat. That's about it. We have a drinking game, and all manner of shenanigans are going on right now. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me, and my sound on this microphone is giving me all sorts of trouble today as I'm doing this. But I hope you're all having a good week. I've had probably one of the most surreal but very enjoyable weeks in a long time. And like I think a lot of you already know, something big happened just a few days ago. If you're a fan of the Mandalorian, if you're a fan of this channel, if you're a fan of me, which I deeply appreciate, you'll know what I'm speaking of. And of course, chapter 21, episode 5 of the Mandalorian season 3 just dropped last Wednesday, and of course it featured the character that I play on the show, Captain Carson Teva. And so that was a long time coming. I've been waiting for like a year and a half for this to premiere, and holy smokes, I was not disappointed. I was not disappointed. So, in the spirit of all these things here, we thought, hey, let's unbox that particular episode because I've been super busy all week on social media, just sort of taking in the love. Just really appreciating that and doing the deep dives and responding to everybody's very, very kind, very supportive messages. And I've been just like overwhelmed with the positivity. And I have to admit, I was a little bit worried. I'm very hard on myself when I watch my own work. And we woke up we'll get into that later. Anyways, I was a little bit worried that it might not be well received. And so I was a little bit nervous. And because I am hypercritical of my own work, I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect because after having shot it about a year and a half ago and then finally seeing it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I didn't know like whether I was too close to it because obviously I'm very, very biased. But it turns out that was all for naught. And as I kind of got a chance to relax a little bit and enjoy the episode, really fell in love with it, and it was very relieved that the fans really enjoyed it and that all of you enjoyed it too. So that's what we're going to be talking about for the most part in today's episode. We're going to be doing a fun boxing of episode 5, chapter 21, The Pirate of season 3 of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian. That is a mouthful. And wow, I've been waiting to talk about this all week. I know on social media, especially on Twitter, there have been a lot of questions being asked about certain elements of that episode. We had a huge character reveal that happened on that episode. A lot of things happening in terms of moving the story forward. And we're going to dive right into that in just a minute. But again, I'd like to say, welcome to everybody here on this channel. If you're new to this channel, again, Funboxing Sundays, what I usually do is I unbox a geeky collectible, do a half-ass review, and we chat. And I actually do have something in case we get to it. In case you run out of questions, because I'm this particular day, this particular episode of Funboxing Sunday, I'm going to try to answer as many questions and share my experiences with all of you about my great time on the set of The Mandalorian, and have a discussion about that chapter and about that huge character reveal. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode by now, I would suggest you turn away, draw a curtain over this live stream, and check it out. There will be spoilers. There will be massive spoilers. So fair warning, but you'll get a little bit of time because like every Funboxing Sunday, I got to say hello to everybody who's joined us here in these chats today. So buckle up, boys and girls. Get yourselves a drink of your choice. Get settled in, and we'll get started right away with the hellos, greetings, felicitations to everybody who's joining us today. This is one of my favorite parts of the stream, and yes, it does take quite a while, but I really do like saying hi to everybody, and I love all these messages that we get in the chat. This is a very supportive, lovely community that we are building here on this channel. And there's a lot of crossovers with other friends' channels. Toying Around, for example, is one of them. The Fallen Fett, Ernie, your channel. Terry Smith, your channel. I was just on the Jeddah Patrol a couple of weeks ago on that channel. So it's lovely to see a lot of the same names sort of pop up and that cross-pollination. And for those of you who are joining on Facebook Live and are going, what is this all about? Have no fear, just a bunch of nerds having a good time on a Sunday night. And we have a drinking game too. And for the two of you watching on Twitch, Yoko, I need your help. I don't know. I feel like I worked with an East German theater director by the name of Herbert Olshock. And he had this wonderful turn of phrase. And it was like, he said, when he didn't understand something, he was like, I feel like a pig looking at the watch. It's very wonderful, but I don't understand what's going on. And that's kind of how I feel with Twitter. Not Twitter, with Twitch. See? There you go. Professional YouTuber here. Wow, I got to stop drinking before the streams. And that's how I feel with Twitch, because I kind of feel like I don't understand it. And I'd like to grow an audience on there. So we're streaming on there, but like maybe 3 or 4 people watch it. And I don't think anybody's ever commented or dropped a chat from Twitch. Good Lord, on there. So maybe that's part of the problem, is the fact that I cannot delineate or separate Twitch from Twitter. Maybe that's it. But in any case, from everybody, from whatever platform you're joining us on, thank you so much for choosing this particular channel to watch. If you're watching on the replay crew, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this. And let's get right into this right away. Starting off, we have Linda Movic here. Linda, I recognize that name from Terry's stream. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We've got Colin Duff all the way from the, I thought from the UK, but maybe not, because he's talking about British summertime. It'd be very late for you, I would imagine, like 5 hours ahead, I believe. So, hey, thank you for dropping by. Sean P., my brother from another mother, is here. Hello, Bitter Brigade fam. How goes it on the first Sunday in April? I can't believe we are already in April. That's right. It's the 4th month. I turned to Anna today. We're out for our walk with Podrick this morning. I thought, holy crap, this like we're into a quarter of this year of 2023. Taxes are due at the end of this month. Not fun. But time is flying. Sean P., good to see you, brother. We've got some guy here. Captain Tava Rocks, thank you very much, my friend. We've got Dockinator here as well, saying you were absolutely amazing in this week's episode. Hope everyone's having a killer Sunday. Yay! Carson Tava, Hot Toys, anyone? Hot Toys, we're looking at you. I wouldn't say no. That's all I'm saying. Hey, it's Melissa K., our friend all the way from Sweden here, saying, hey, everyone who's got 2 thumbs up and has been enjoying all the poly love this week. This gal. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. I really, really appreciate that. We got Aaron S. here saying hello to the Bitter Brigade. Hello back, my friend. Good to have you on the boards, as always. We've got some great conversation going on here. And then we're going to hit Dale Erdman here saying hello to everyone. Everyone is here. This is going to be exciting. Absolutely, this is going to be exciting. I can't wait to answer your questions and share my own thoughts and do a little bit of deep dives into some of the minor details, some of the littlest details, the geeky, nerdy details of that episode that maybe you didn't catch, maybe you have a question about. I know people were asking about those patches that I was rocking on that lovely, lovely leather jacket. Holy crap. That leather jacket's probably going to get its own Black Series release before my character does. But in any case, I'm happy to answer those questions there and share with you my experiences because, oh man, I can't. Finally, at last, I can speak somewhat about it. I can't get too deep into a few things, but I think now that it's aired, I'm allowed to speak about some of my experiences. We've got my friend Mike, from Bad Wolf Media. Mike from Bad Wolf Media, joining us from Illinois. Howdy, one and all. Good to see you all. Good to see you too. Love the redesign of that logo. Very, very chic, my friend. Very chic. Anton Attard is here saying hello to Bad Wolf Media. He said hello to everybody else, which is great too, Anton. Lovely to see you, my friend. Hope you are keeping safe and healthy. We've got Anna Lee. She's a moderator. She is my best friend. She is my wife. She's the love of my life. She is here on the broadcast today saying hello to everybody. Hope everyone is happy, healthy, and had a fun week. Much excitement in our household this week. There was so much. Boy, Can't wait to get into it. Thomas D is in the house saying hello to everybody, as well as Vanessa C. How y'all doing, you two? Love to see these names up here. You're regular Bitter Brigade members and ardent supporters, and I appreciate you and I salute you. So thank you so much for tuning in yet again. We've got Mel Dade here in the house as well. We've got saying hello, Bitter Brigade people. Anna Lee, yes, happy, healthy. Oh, not so much. The changing weather here has given me a cold. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's something going around. But I hope you're feeling better, or I hope you get better, Mel. I know the weather here has been absolutely bonkers in Toronto. Yesterday morning, it got up to like 14 degrees Celsius. That's very warm. That's super. I don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit, like maybe 60, 70 degrees, maybe a little bit warmer than that. Like it was just like shorts time. We're done. Sun was out. We were all feeling happy, and then it dropped to like -4, and it started to rain, and it was miserable. And it's really cold outside right now, or it was. I think it was like -7 at some point. So it's been a bit of a yo-yo happening here. But the good news is, I don't want to jinx it, but no snow. Here we go. Here we go. Anyways, I hope you're feeling better, Mel. All right, moving on. We've got Tommy K in the house. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. Shut up, Tommy. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. He's got the big shut up, Tommy sticker up there. Tommy, thank you once again for your stalwart work on the trivia quizzes the last couple of weeks. We are working together, everybody, on that trivia league. This week was super busy, and we got kind of sidetracked because of all the excitement that was happening with the episode of Mandalorian dropping that I was in. So yeah, we didn't get around to that. So I apologize for that, but we will be getting to it fairly soon. So you'll hear more about that on the community tab. But thank you, everybody, for your patience and your understanding. It is much appreciated. We've got Susan Witowski here saying hello to everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We are doing well. Thank you so much for joining our channel, Susan. I hope I pronounced it. Witowski. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've got Joe Chufuk here in the house as well, saying, hey, everybody. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Well, it's much better now that you're here. So it's lovely to see you here, Joe, and I hope you and Figment and, of course, your lovely horse, and I've forgotten your horse's name, are doing well. It's always great to see you. Great to see you. Okay, moving on along, we've got the Global Health Science. Oh, my God. The Global Health Science Institute from Southern New Mexico here in the house. Hey, hey, great to see you. Lovely, lovely, lovely to say that name over the air. Southern New Mexico is representing hard in the Bitter Brigade, and we love it. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've got Christopher Colvin in the house today. Hello there, Bitter Brigade family. Christopher, once again, I have to apologize for that April Fool's Day prank that I posted on my Instagram stories. Yeah, it was just one of those things where,
you know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
Yeah, it was just one of those lovely, lovely little April Fool's Day moments where I just thought everybody wanted to believe it, and I think that's the spirit in which it was intended. But thank you so much, Christopher, for your lovely words of support and for your understanding of all that. Cynthia Lynn is here in the house today. Hello, she's going to try to stick around, but she's not having a great time. Oh, no, post-cardiac ablation symptoms. Oh, no. Well, I hope you recover, and I hope this is a calming, soothing episode for you. And if not, we'll catch you on the replay, but our thoughts are with you. Yeah, and I hope you feel better. I hope you all feel, I'm sure we all hope you feel better. Take care. And enjoy the show, as always. We've got Lady Marine here in the house. Hi. Hello. Great to see you again. Thanks for joining. Let's see if you double dip. I'm sure you will, which is great. And I appreciate that. Again, we've got some really smart members on this channel who watch not only on one platform, but multiple platforms to help boost the numbers of the channel. And I greatly appreciate that. And while we're at it, if you feel like hitting that thumbs up button, that would help this channel sort of reach a wider range, get that YouTube algorithm working for us and helping us out, because we want a community build and we want to share how much fun we have on this channel. So giving me a thumbs up on this particular stream would be most helpful. But of course, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Just sit back and enjoy, because it's all love on this channel here. My good friend Robert Donatello here from Oakland is saying hello to everybody. The sun is out. Well, it's going down now here, but it was a lovely day here in Toronto, even though it was very cold. And it's looking like it was a beautiful day in Oakland, too. Lovely to hear that. I hope you are doing well, my friend. All right, we've got coming on the list here, we got Brian S. here joining us. Hello, everyone. Who else was excited to see Paul get some much screen time this week? So much. Get some much. I think so much screen time this week, let alone to act alongside the very first live action scene with Zeb. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's a trap. But we gave the spoiler alert already. So yeah, we're going to talk about Zeb. We're going to talk about Zeb. So get your questions ready for that because we will get to it. Absolutely. Thank you, Brian. It's good to see you on this channel again. All right, here we go. We're going to keep moving on along here. We're going to get through this. We're going to take less. I predict I'm aiming for half an hour to finish the hellos. Half hour? Is that too? Is that too? Because I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to leave anybody behind. I'm going to say hello to everybody who says hello here. That is my mission. That is my duty. That is my joy. I love doing that. Like Carrie Fanty. Let's say hello to Carrie Fanty. Hey, everyone. Happy Sunday. If we can't get a Carson Teva feature, I'll be happy with his jacket. Like I said, I think Hasbro's going to release that jacket. That'll be the next HasLab. Carson Teva's jacket. How's that? Right? Denuo Novo, are you out there? Maybe you can drop a design out there. I know that company, that particular company, does a lot of costume pieces as well, right? That's an option. Hello, Carrie. Thanks so much for dropping by again. Always a pleasure to see your name up on the boards here. We're going to scroll through here. We got some great conversation happening here. I wish I could chime in. Aha, here we go. Brandy Woods. Hello, Brandy. We're always going to say hi to you no matter what. Even though you're a good friend, I'm going to make the time to say hello to you because that's how important you are to me. Take note of that, Terry Smith. Not naming any names. Anyways, glad to see you here. Everyone, Brandy Woods is an extraordinary artist who is based in Montreal. Check out her artwork if you can. I believe it's BrandyWoodArts.ca. Leave it in the comment section. You got to check out her work. It's spectacular. Every Christmas, I get a beautiful, beautiful art print from her. And it is like simply just stunning work. Check it out. It's well worth your time. Brandy, good to see you on the boards. Great to see you on the boards. I hope you're having a good Sunday, my friend. All right, we're moving on along. It's a great conversation happening here. Sea Turtle, hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Good evening, one and all, including D Turtle CD. That's great. Colleen, thank you so much for joining us. Yay, you're here. It's complete. I feel complete now. All right, we've got as well. I am TJ Williams, not JT. TJ Williams. What's good, everyone? You're good, my friend. You're good. And it's great to see you here. Great to see you here. We've got, oh, look at that. Susan, thank you so much. You became a YouTube member. That is a wonderful thing. For those of you who are wondering what that is, if you're on YouTube, you can be a subscriber to this channel, which means you'll get notifications whenever something drops. Or if you want a little bit of extra content, bit of an extra shout out, this is a really great way to support the channel as well by becoming a member. And Susan has just done that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that support and that vote of confidence. Thank you, Susan. You can check it out on the YouTube page for those of you who are curious about it. There should be a little tab that says you click to join and you'll be given a couple of options. There's 2 different levels that you can join at: the lieutenant, the commander, lieutenant, and the commander version, if I remember correctly. And yeah, all the funds go towards supporting this channel and getting some great content that I can bring to you. So thank you so much, Susan. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Yay! Wait a minute. We've got to give Susan a great... Thank you so much for that. Lovely, lovely, for joining the membership. The Bitter Brigade Officers Corps. I was going to say Command Corps because it's alliteration. And yeah, thank you so much. We've got Tom here saying hello to you, beautiful people. Well, hello back, handsome. Good to see you here. Nice to see your names up on the boards. always, you know, it's just like Tom, just rolls off my tongue. Love seeing that. And love seeing you here, sir. Love seeing you here. We've got Monstar 0305. Justin is in the house. Just popping in to say hi to the Bitter family. You'll be back in a bit. You're at your niece's birthday, and he's live. He's watching this live stream. See, that is commitment. That is commitment. Good to see you, Justin. We'll see you in a bit. We've got KG saying hello. Well, hello back. If you had said hello there, we could have done a
General Kenobi.
We didn't get a chance to use that last week because nobody said hello there. So that's literally what that button is for. But thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Right on. We're just gonna move on down this list here. Furious conversation happening here. We've got Captain Wrecked in the house. Hello. Oh, I won't be too active in the chat tonight. You're still getting over a stomach bug. Oh no. Hope you all have an awesome week. Yeah, well, we hope you have a speedy recovery. That's 3 people feeling under the weather, and yet they're finding the time to watch this channel and support it. So that much is greatly appreciated. So thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. I hope you feel better soon. Get some rest, get some liquids in you, as always. And yeah, what's that? Toast. What is it? No, what was that saying? So when you're feeling bread, rice, not alcohol. Bread, rice, apples, and toast. If you've got an upset stomach, right? If you're feeling dehydrated. So I think that's what it was. I think that was that what it was, Anna? Bread, rice, applesauce, and toast to help firm up the tummy muscles, the old crap factory there. Yes, I said crap factory. So I'm going to pause and take a little bit of a sip of my drink of choice tonight, which is soju. Thank you, Kevin Wong, for providing it. He's came by the other night and brought a couple of bottles of soju over, and so now I am reaping the rewards for that. So, yogurt flavored or yogurt. All right, here we go. Hold on. Wow, smooth. Yes, Anna, I see the super chats. I will get to them very soon. She's like feverishly texting me, going super chat. I got to get to them because I can't lose my place in line. I got to stay the course and say hello to Colin Hollis, that avatar, best selfie ever. Colin, my neighbor with the flavor. I don't know. That just rhymed. One of my favorite neighbors in the neighborhood. That's redundant. Some redundancies. Anyways, Colin, great to see you. He's saying hello and good evening, everyone. Are we all ready to give a big bow down to a brigade leader? Oh, what a week. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. I really, really appreciate that. But yeah, just it's been a surreal week. It has been very, very surreal. And we will get into that as soon as we get going. Hey, Steve 3, my dear friend. Saying hello, happy Sunday from sunny Edmonton. Well, the sun seems to be shining in a lot of places. Steve, good to see you, my friend. I miss you. I love you. We got to talk soon. We have to talk soon. Okay. And we'll get in touch very soon about that thing that I was talking about that other thing. Anyways, we got some machinations in work there going on. I hope you're doing well. We've got, I'm getting through. We got Quinn calling. Oh, that's a new name. Quinn. Finally able to catch a live. Hello, all. Well, thank you and welcome. Welcome to the channel. I think that's great. I'm glad you could join us today. And we're going to give you, one of these. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for making it. John Galgano is here. Hey, John. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see your name on here. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I hope you're having if everybody on this chat could have the 10th of the good vibes that I felt this week, I think you'd all be super happy. And that is just honestly, it's been overwhelming. The support has just been, and the outpouring of love and the validation. Because let's face it, not that I seek validation, but it's nice to get it when people are like, you know what, you did good work. And so that, wow. Yeah, it's a relief. It's a relief as well. So thank you so much. Andy H is here. Andy H. Hi, Paul. You were awesome in the latest episode of the Mando. Although I was worried that something bad was going to happen to you at the end. Carson knows what's up. Yes, you are not the first one to voice that fear. And again, that was something that I found very heartening. That's everybody was afraid that Carson was going to get bumped off. Spoiler alert, he didn't. But thank you so much for your very kind words. And yeah, we'll delve into that soon enough when we start talking about it. Alfredo Masson is here. Hello there. My alarm is set back in 1 hour, I guess. Oh, this is pre-chat. This is crazy. No, this is crazy. This is all before? No. Oh, I see. He's trolling. My good friend, Alfredo. You know what? He's probably actually only there because he wants to watch the Leafs play, because Alfredo is one of the biggest Leaf fans in the world. The game is happening right now, and of course, to prove it, here we go.
Go Leafs, go!
All right. He is. Let's
go Leafs, go!
All right. He's an ardent Leafs fan, and in fact, after the Montreal Canadiens were eliminated from playoff contention,
Toronto Maple Leafs again are better than the Montreal Canadiens.
So we all know he's at home watching the Leafs game right now, and he'll be back in an hour once the Leafs end up going up in the period. He'll be back for the intermission, the first period intermission here. Hey, all right, we're gonna keep moving on. Oh my God, that recording was from like 4 years ago, and maybe even more. And I still, man, never lose a bet where you have to videotape something, because it's right there. We've got Anthony Cano here saying hello to everybody. Hello, Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. We've got Trap Shell Boshnies. Hello, Michelle. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Daniel Sertle is in the house, skipping work. Or no, you're feeling ill too, I believe. I saw a post where you said, now it's my turn to get sick. I hope you're feeling better. I hope everybody in your family is feeling okay. But hey, yeah. Welcome back to the channel, my friend. We'll talk soon. Yannick Frev is here in the house. Hello, how is everyone tonight? We're doing well. Better that you are here now. Thanks so much for dropping in and saying hello, my dear friend. We've got Andrew Allen on Facebook, our first Facebook Live poster here. Freaking Zeb, so effing awesome, buddy. Oh yeah, we'll get into that. We will get into that absolutely 100,000%. Christopher Duncan, double dipping my good friend, Bitter Troll on Facebook. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope things are doing well for you down in Tennessee. We'll be chatting about that in a little while. We've got Chris Cole here saying geeky basement time. Not quite. We're taking steps forward for that. We're excited about that. We're excited. My architect friend is coming tomorrow, and it's starting to feel a little bit more real. We're getting there. So the game is afoot, I guess is a saying, right? So we are super happy about that, and excited, and we can't wait to share that, because it's like I gotta literally Anna said it, we moved, so I had a place to put my toys. So there we go. Mike Haffey saying hi from Facebook Live, and I love that avatar of you in your Mando outfit. That's a great Mandalorian Beskar cosplay you got going there in your avatar. Charles Stevens again saying hello on YouTube this time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also from Facebook, we've got Darren TKS, Captain Taylor. Thanks for dropping in, my friend, and joining us here. Louis Lebitz is here. What's up, everybody? Been a rough couple of months. Oh, no. But finally back to catch a stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Miss you, Paul. I miss you too, my friend. I just realized I haven't seen your name up in a while, but I did see it in, I believe, somebody else's stream. I think it was Terry's stream. And I was like, oh, Louis, I hope you're doing well. So it's great. It's great. It's good to see you back. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, my friend. But in any case, it is wonderful to see your name. Cheers to you, my friend. So good. We've got Ken Plume here in the house. Ahoy, hoy, all. Well, hello, Mr. Burns. Good to see you, too. Not calling you Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns says that. Ahoy, hoy. Ahoy, hoy. So that's all I'm saying. Sea Sertle, Colleen Sertle, double dipping. Thank you. I appreciate that. John Carmen doing the same thing. Hello, John. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You too. Everybody who's doing that, I appreciate that. We've got Ryan Byrne here. I had so much fun last week for my first time that I had to come back. That is exactly what I want to hear. That makes my geek heart sing. Throw down, represent. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this family of wonderful nerds and geeks. This is where the fun begins. Ooh, I should get that. I should get that. Okay, in my head. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that. We're gonna go. This is where the fun begins, because that is a great soundbite, and I'm just trying to find some other things here. Oh, that's the one I'm looking for.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
That is the way. We got to do that. Great idea. Thank you so much, Ryan, for joining and coming back. That's awesome. We've got Kristen Pikney here. Congrats, Paul. Amazing episode. You were fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea. Like it means a lot. And yeah, thank you. Andrew Sherman, my dear friend, my bestest friend. He celebrated tonight by ordering in Korean food from Mama Lee's Korean Kitchen. Bulgogi, japchae, katsu, spicy fried chicken, nom nom nom. Oh, now I'm hungry again. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. And thanks for making me hungry. And I hope you're enjoying the food. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you this Friday. We're going to do some Brazilian steakhouse, my friend. Oh, yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope you are doing well. And all my love to Leanne, of course, and the rest of your lovely family. We've got Darth Dangs here saying, hello there from Cape Breton, East Coast represent. Way to go. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Yay, Yoko. Yoko's here. Yoko's here. Yoko's here. This is, what do I want to say? No, not that one. Let's go with Yoko's here. Yay. There was much rejoicing. Hey, hope you're doing well. Now we got West Coast representing as well. Although we've had both, and we've had overseas as well. But I don't know. It's just rambling on, adding time to the greetings. I know I see all these super chats up here, and I got to get to them, and I will get to them. We've got Stephen Wong on Facebook as well saying, hello, Stephen. Thanks for supporting us on Facebook as well. Eric Delgado, thank you so much. Great episode. Wing or Lose is here saying hello. Thank you. Peter Derrick is here. All right. Really? What would that be? I believe you're talking about the cameo, and we will get to that as soon as I start getting through this here. John Carmen on YouTube now saying, yo, Thomas D and the boys, saying hello to everybody here. Hodor 317. Oh, that's such a great man. You're awesome in that episode. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Joe Galati is here saying hello to everyone. Carson Teva, I love the episode. Thank you Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate that. Please say hello and give that lovely wife of yours, Maria, a hug from me. Jack Porkins is here in the house. Hey, Paul. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We've got our first super chat of this evening from Ken Plume. $2. Hit that like button and let's get a hashtag, a figure for Teva. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I've been joking, though, that I think the way things are going, that little probe from R7 is going to get a Black Series figure before me. The jacket. It'll be Carson Teva's jacket. Will get its own Black Series or Vintage Collection Series, and it'll be there. But I appreciate that, and thank you so much for that $2 super chat. Again, all these super chats is a way of donating to the channel. It doesn't line my pockets, but it helps bring this awesome content to you. So thank you so much for that always generous support, Ken. I appreciate that. CT603 checking in. What a great episode. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Stephanie Watts, Lady Marine, double dipping. Love it. Thank you so much. And I love your hat. I wonder where you got that from. We will talk about that anon. Andrew Allen is here in the house. Back again. You're a fantastic buddy. We all want more Teva on our TVs. I like that slogan. Works for me. Thanks so much for the kind words. We've got Mike Haffey here. Mike is saying, when is there going to be a Black Series Captain Teva helmet? That's a really, really good question. And again, I have no idea. But yeah, expect another. I expect an Axe Woves helmet before we get a Carson Tavo one. How's that? New Sam is here all the way from Langley, British Columbia. Sam, how are you, dude? You killed that in the episode. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Yeah, my cup runneth over. We've got Alexander Eagleson here. I was so excited to see you as Captain Carson Teva. It was time. This is the way. Yes, thank you so much. I'm gonna do.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
All right, here we go. We're getting through this. I swear to God, we're gonna get through this. If it kills me, Obi-Wan Chingones is here. Hey, welcome. Good to see you here. I know you're regular on the Fallen Fett, the Sarlacc Digest, and Ernie's channel there. Welcome to this channel. Good to see you. Hello, hello. We're gonna say yes. Bitter Troll is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you on YouTube as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Good to see you all here. Getting through. Jeff Morris is here saying hello and good evening to everyone. Good evening to you, my friend. Great to see you. We're getting there. Otto is here. My name is Otto, and I like to get blotto. Well, you don't, but Otto on The Simpsons does. That funny palindrome. Great work on the episode. Why did Rangers of the New Republic get canceled? So bummed. That is above my pay grade, my friend. But we all have our own theories, and we'll get to those soon enough. We have Francesco here saying hello. Hello back, Francesco, not Francesco, Francesco. Please forgive me and welcome. Stephen Wong is here on YouTube too. Yes, I will spoil away, my friend. I will once we get there. Steve Nara is here. Hello, Steve, and welcome back to the channel. Always lovely to see you here. Oh, David. You've written an entire paragraph. I didn't know you could write a thing this long, but that's great. Yeah, vibes from Windy. Hey, from Chicago. I want to say, by the way, I love the episode. Bit of a World War II dick in the scene that showed Adelphi squadrons makeshift. Yep, we'll talk about that. We will get on that Adelphi base and all the vibes indeed. But thank you so much, David Jacques Bittin, for joining us on Facebook Live. Hey, huzzah, huzzah. Eric Hall is here. Hey, first time here.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
All right, first timer. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Let's say hello to say hello to Eric, everybody. Everybody. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. Oh man, this is so cool. Going through, man, Scott Robsco is here. Yo, thank you so much. Trista DeVries. Hi, Trista. Say hi to Andy for me. Thank you so much for the kind words. We've got Tony Valdiconza. Karabast. We'll get to that too. Welcome to the channel, and thank you so much. And I hope I didn't butcher your last name too badly, but welcome to the channel, and thank you so much. Mr. Imagination is back. Hi, Paul. Hello back. Recognize your name from Terry Smith's chats. Welcome to this channel. Good to see you. We got my good friend Jason Grosecki, Grohosky, all the way from, hey, you're still in Illinois now, right? Hey, is this the world famous Carson Teva? You mean the world famous Jason Grohosky. Good to see you, my friend, and I hope you are doing well. We've got Modas 23 here in the hoose. I'm thinking rules should be added in the game involving the introduction. I think so. I think there should be an over-under, and it should just be like, you know, if the hellos, if the greetings, the introductions go longer than 30 minutes, finish your drink. Just saying. It's just a suggestion. We've got Laco J78 or Laco J. First time catching your live stream. Hey, huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. And saw you in Jetta Patrol, and y'all have inspired me to buy my first hot toy. Oh, it's a slippery slope, and we are so happy to have enabled you, and you will not regret it. It's a beautiful toy. You know this. Once you get it, it's like doing an unboxing on a YouTube channel does not do it justice when you're actually physically holding a hot toy in your hand and you're looking with your own eyes at it. It's incredible. Congratulations and apologies in advance. So good to see you. Okay. Brian Soltes is here from Facebook. Thank you so much. Great episode last week. I really appreciate that. Loving that. Samuel Yoon is here on Facebook Live as well. Family, love the episode and your character development. So if this takes place 10 years before Star Wars The Force Awakens, whatever happens to Captain Teva? That's a lot of time, a lot of stories to tell. Got Peter Cunnington here as well saying hello. You were very good in last week's Mandalorian. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. Oh, it's Veronica Choi. Hi, Veronica. Congratulations on your episode. Please recreate that Carson Teva swagger walk. Okay. I didn't think he was swaggering, but will do my best. That's great. Thank you so much for that lovely, lovely sentiment. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. We got Thule here saying hello to everybody. Well, hello back. Here we go. Daniel double dipping, my friend. Thank you so much on Facebook. Linda's asking, did I get to keep that? Keep that jacket? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we'll get into that in a bit. My good friend Kenneth R. Cunningham III saying hello, Paulie and Bitter Fam. Hello back, my friend. And yes, this is Michelle saying best month ever. My birthday is next week. Well, happy early birthday, Michelle. We also have Bob Dylan here saying, I need a Carson Teva figure. Hey, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. I'm like, seriously, like Hasbro. Yo, where's my Black Series? Where's my vintage collection? Where's my anything? Hasbro. You got like 15,000 Boba Fett's. I know, it's Boba Fett. You got to give him his due, right? That's absolutely right. Oh, look who it is. It's our friend Little Boba. That's right. Well, we don't have time for you right now because we're saying hellos. But I haven't said. Yeah, I know. And so like we'll get this line, but we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, bud? Why do you do this to me? Because I can, my friend. Because I can. We're gonna move on now. We've got Darren. Oh, here we go. Here's a new name. We've got Benny Gregerson. Hello from cold Sweden. Another Swede. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Do you know Melissa Kay? I'm just kidding. Thank you and welcome. Good to see you on this channel. Oh, man, Scandinavia represent. Terry Smith is in the house. He's here. Don't worry. We're like, 44 minutes in? Good Lord. And I'm still saying hello to everybody. And Siri, for whatever reason, Siri, stop. Go away, Siri. Okay. But Terry's here. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel. It is Saturday. It's Terry Smith on YouTube. Do a search. He's got a wonderful, wonderful show Saturday mornings. It's called Saturday Morning Toy Tunes. He does figure posing, unboxing, reviews, general geek goodness. And he's a big fan of all the shows that I love. Ted Lasso, of course, The Mandalorian, Bad Batch, all the great geeky good stuff. And smart discourse, good critical thoughts, great speculation and theorizing, a lot of fun, a lot of love, a lot of laughs. So check out his channel, Terry Smith. It is Saturday Morning Toy Tunes on Saturday mornings. I'm there. I check it out. It's a ton of fun. Terry, good to see you, my friend. I hope you are doing well and your weekend has gone very well. All right, we're going to keep going through here. We've got Peter Cunnington here saying, are you going back to the Mandalorian on Mandalorian of more? Are you going? Yes. What? I think you're asking, am I going to be appearing again on The Mandalorian? Yes, you're going to have to keep watching to find out. So there we go. We're going to move along here. Yes, you know we're there when I'm going making that sound. Lots of fervent. We've got somebody from Korea here. Kang Junho. Kang Junho. Yeah. And my Korean, oh man, it's gonna take forever, but 안녕하세요. 쟤는 한국말은 잘 못해요. 미안해. But welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yeah, we got my first Korean. Yeah, a Korean viewer who is writing in Korean. So welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. And I basically said, I don't speak Korean very well, so I hope this isn't too boring for you. But it's lovely to see you here. So thank you so much. Brent W is here, casting Cap Carson Teva Hot Toys or Hot Carson Teva Toys. Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see, my friend. Pascal Bowling is here today. So glad you finally got some well-deserved Mando screen time. Yes, I'm very happy about that too. Thank you so much. Richie Trin, one of my best friends growing up. Blast from the past. Hey, old pal, good to see you on Facebook, my friend. Richie and I, when we were in grade 3, we used to pretend, because we grew up in Calgary and it was snow so much in Calgary, we would pretend we were riding tauntauns out in the schoolyard. We loved Empire Strikes Back. That was our jam. Good to see you, Richie. I hope the universe is treating you well, my friend. It has been too long. We've got Aaron L here. Yeah, hoping that I was going to be wearing the leather. No, I can't. It's not mine. It's not mine. Not mine. But we'll talk about that later. Micro Galaxy Squadron Cole, how are you? What's up, Paul? Have you made a selfie series pilot yet? No, because I don't want to jinx it, and I'm holding out for my own figure. So we'll see how long that takes, my friend. Joy Warburton Tracy saying, love seeing you on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Huzzah! Yeah, I know, Trista. I shouldn't be taunting the weather, but I can't help it. I can't help it. My sister Angela Lee is here saying, hello all. Hi, Nuna. How are you? I hope you're well. All my love to you and mom and dad. Oh, yeah. Art Hoffman is here. We're going to set a record, I think, for the longest introduction. But for those most number of people who are sticking around, 206 viewers right now. I don't know how many likes I have, but hey, everybody, I would appreciate it if you showed some love there. But if not, I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying I would appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you there, too. This is great. 48 minutes in, and I'm still saying hello to everybody. All you haters can suck it. I'm just kidding. But I'm going to say hello to everybody. That's part of the gig. That's part of the gig. So get yourselves a drink, sit back and relax, and we will get to the fun. We're not going to get to this. I had this in my back pocket. Hasbro was lovely enough to send me one of those Mandalorian Maniac huge gift boxes. So I got this Bo-Katan Kryze Black Series helmet that I was going to unbox. If we get to it, we get to it. If not, well, there's always next week, right? So here we go. I swear we're going to get to it. James Ward saying, you are packing for celebration. Oh, I'm so jelly right now. Picking t-shirts is exhausting. You know what? Just pick a couple and buy some from the con, and that way you have like swag to wear and space in your suitcase. That's all I'm going to say. That's my hack. That's my hack. Ooh, I'm so jealous. Hope you have fun. Hope you have a ton of fun out there. Ooh, so jealous. So happy for you. Matthew Sinclair is in the house. Happy Sunday. Was anyone else holding their breath as Captain Teva silently inspected the wrecked shuttle? It was so quiet and eerie. I was scared of a possible surprise attack. Happy that wasn't the case. Thank you so much, Matthew. Yeah, had a different vibe to it. This is the first time. I think a lot of people did mention it from what I saw, that, you know, the ships in space acting like they were actually in space with the zero gravity. It had a lot of that Dead Space feel to it. Some people compared it to The Expanse. Really, really great suspense. Peter Ramsey, who's directing that episode, absolutely crushing it with that. I'm going to talk about him later. I love working with that man. But yeah, that was like, it was creepy. It was creepy. In fact, I turned to Anna at that moment and I said, this is where Carson dies. It's just like, tensed up. It's like, baby, anyways. There's more. There's more. She knows there's more. Artie is here. Hello, Artie. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining in. Huzzah, huzzah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. That was that's a good sign. That's a good sign my up is feeling better when he's pulling pranks on my sister and my mom. Basically, I'm going to tell you right now. Basically, what he did was he told them that he saw something, that I booked something huge, and I was going to be having to move to Los Angeles and live there for a bit because it was so big. And he got them to call me. And so they called me like, hey, so what's going on? And I was like, like, we're just, getting ready for the day and just got back from baseball practice and stuff. And like, yeah, and the news, Appa told us, you texted him and you told him the news. And I was like, no. So my dad lied to them basically, and it was great. It was the best because you're like, hey, suckers. So that was the gag. They thought I would book something huge, and no. So joke's on them and on me because I'm unemployed. No, it was great. It was great. Good to see that. Good to see that. Appa, if you're watching that, love it. Senior Pepe Jr. is here in the house. Hey, Paul, hope all's well. Just saw the new Mandalorian episode. Really hope you get your own show. Hey, your lips to God's ears. I don't think it's going to happen, but I appreciate the sentiment. I think a lot of people were very, very impressed with the work, and I was too. I was very happy. But it's one thing to be a supporting character in the show. It's another thing to have to carry a show, and I know that from experience. Hold on a second. I'm a little out of focus. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I don't know how that happened. Little Boba, was that you? Oh, didn't do it. Yeah, sure you didn't. Hey, I actually got a sound for you, little Boba. Oh, yeah? What's that? Well, listen up. Does this sound familiar to you? That's so funny. I think it's really funny. Well, let's hear it again. Why do you do this to me? For those of you who don't know, that particular sound is taken right from Return of the Jedi. That is the sound that Boba Fett makes as he falls into the Sarlacc's stomach. A little high-pitched, don't you think? Look, I was falling to my death. Yeah. It doesn't sound like the most fearsome bounty hunter in the galaxy. Look, I was faced with my own mortality. And that's the last sound you make before you go out. Or was it the burping sound from the Sarlacc? I should get that. That's a good soundbite to have. Why'd you do this to me? Because I can. Nothing but love. All right, we're going to keep moving on. We had Dresden Warlock here giving the heart symbol. Thank you so much, Dresden Warlock. Good to see you here. And I'm not leaving anybody behind. I'm saying hello to everybody. John DeLong is here. Hello. Good to see you, John. Poker Stiff is here. Hey. Seeing Mr. Kim, such a big fan, big part on the latest Mando brought such a joy to my heart. You are so incredible. Do you keep in touch with the Kim's Convenience cast? Yes. And will we see you again on Mando? Keep watching. And much love, Appa. Much love back to you. Thank you so much for those kind words, my friend. We've got Stivey37 saying hi. Hi back. Hello. On Twitch. Get that Twitch. Must get that. Yay! You are the first person on Twitch. Thank you so much. Stivey30, you're probably gone at this point. You've probably gone, who the hell is this guy? But I appreciate that. There we go. A first on Twitch. My first comment. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the show. I appreciate that so much. That's awesome. All right, we've got Bob Dylan with a super chat. Thank you, Bob. Tell Howard Jen it's time. We need a Carson Teva hot toy and an Upper one as well. Ooh, that'd be cool. An Upper one and a Carson Teva one. Hey, I can say it till I'm blue in the face. It's if enough of you say it. So I'm not telling you to start a campaign, but wouldn't hurt. Thank you so much for the super chat. $5. It's very, very much appreciated. I swear it will be invested properly in this channel. Thank you so much, Bob Dylan, everyone. Thank you. This is great. Toy Rensu is here in the house. Evening, here to drop a comment and a like. Much appreciated. We will see you in oh no, I don't think we have. I'll get to it, Anna. I'll get to it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Toy Rensu. For you coming in. Bitter Troll is here. Oh my gosh. There we go. Now you can chat here too. I'm just going to keep doing that because I can. Thank you so much, Bitter Troll. Thank you so much for that. And it's triple dipping. I think you're the first to get that hattie, the hat trick, right? We got Facebook Live, Twitch, and YouTube. Loving it. Love that support. Thank you so much. Thank you. Uh, Lewis Kelly is here today. How you doing today? Love the episode. It was fantastic. I know you officially can't say anything, but can we hope for Star Wars cop drama starring yourself? Would 100% be down for that. Yeah, you know what? It's not up to me. Again, I wouldn't say no. But I want to talk about this whole cop drama thing that everybody seems to be that everybody's wanting to see, which I think is great. And we will talk about that in a bit after I say hello to everybody here. But we'll stick a pin in that one, as I say, Lewis. And thank you so much for the comment and for saying hi. All right. What's up, my fallen fat friend? This is Ernie Villarreal, another member of the Boba Squadron. So we have Yoko McCann in the house. We've got Ernie Villarreal here saying, hey guys, what's up? Can't wait to see Teva with Boba Fett. It just writes itself, my friend. Ernie, thank you so much for dropping by. Great to see you. Always love your support, love your energy. Love it. Thank you so much. We're gonna move on and say hello to other people too that are here, because we're gonna get through this in this. Oh my God, it's almost been an hour. But we have people like Elizabeth Reckentwalder, lovely, saying you are wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. So far, it's just been me saying hello to everybody, but we will be chatting. We'll be chatting. But thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to leave a comment. I really appreciate that. As well as you, Alamar Gaming. Love Kim's Convenience, man. Hoping amazing to see you, Mando. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for that lovely sentiment. I appreciate that. That's very cool. Chris Christie is here as well, saying, if they don't do the jacket, I will settle for the patches to add to my bomber jacket. That might be a little bit more doable. That's very cool. We'll talk about that later after we say hello to Yvonne Thomas. Yvonne, you got to let me know how to pronounce it. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I know people with both pronunciations of that name. No disrespect intended, but let me know how to pronounce it correctly so I can address you properly. But hey, great turn as Captain Teva on the last episode of The Mandalorian, Paul. Hope you get some more solid recurring roles on it. So do I, my friend. So do I. Thank you so much. World Mind is here saying, oh, snap, is it Fun Day Sunday? It is Funboxing Sunday already, my friend. Thank you so much. And holy smokes, Louis. That's incredible. That is a nutty amount. Oh my gosh. That deserves a whole well, first of all, that deserves this. Massive super chat of $100. Thank you, Louis. Paul, I want to say some massive thanks for the message for film students last May. Sorry I haven't been in touch as you lost your mom. Oh God. Last July. She was 79. Was at her home hospice caretaker. You were her home hospice caretaker. It's been a rough couple of months taking care of things. Much love, sir, and thank you for everything. You rock. Louis, you have my deepest condolences. Losing a parent has to be one of the suckiest things in the world to have to go through. And I am so sorry for that. It's a tremendous loss. My heart goes out to you and your family, and you have nothing but my best wishes. I appreciate very much this super chat. You didn't have to do that. We will use it to honor your mom. And yeah, man, honestly, just nothing but love and respect to you and to your family. And yeah, you never really get over it, right? You don't get over it. You learn to deal with it and learn to just sort of not remember the loss, but remember the love. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's going to be there's going to be hard days and there'll be good days. But yeah, my heart is out to you and your family, and thank you so much for this. Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. Hey, cheers to you and to your mom and to your family. It puts things into perspective. It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, that dose of reality. Appreciate that. And again, yeah, nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. Thank you so much. We've got scaled down shenanigans here from lovely Michigan. Wow, that's kind of like it's kind of like it's how do you get back on track? How do you get back on track? Not that it was derailed or anything like that, but it's just like something like that's so heartfelt and just so it stays with you. It stays with you. And I just want to just say I don't mean to be glib when I'm moving on to continue my hellos. Because it's when you have a life altering event like that, it needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be acknowledged. So we're going on here. What are you doing? It's the microphone. It's my microphone. It's in frame. My microphone's in frame. So I'm getting notes from my producer here, and she's like laughing. Well, that broke the ice. So let's move on. Now technical difficulties are taken care of, but scaled down shenanigans saying hello from Michigan. Currently building a Gundam to end the week right. Yes, absolutely. Love that. Love micro. I love building. Models. You know, it's just something so very zen about it, right? And it's just like you're working, you're creating, you're building. And yet you can kind of phase out. At least I do when I build models. It's a fun thing. Fun thing to do. World of Mind saying, yeah, thank you so much, Chris, for doing that. Saying that again. Shane Vaughn is here as well, saying hello from Massachusetts. Was totally blown away with you on The Mandalorian this week. Well done. Hope to be seeing more of you in the show. Can't wait for that Carson hot toy. Same here. All right, we got Drew Olives here. Saying best channel in the galaxy. Wow, that's high praise. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I try. It's not, but I'm glad you think it is, because that makes me feel very special, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that positivity. Stephen Green is here saying hello there. Yes. Where is it? Come on. Here we go.
General Kenobi.
Yay. Hercules. Love that. James Hummel is here. Fantastic episode. So happy seeing you. So much screen time this past episode. I appreciate that too. Oh, Andrew Allen.
General Kenobi.
Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that too. Here you go. That's 2 for 2. We're going, hey, John Tickis is here today. Hello, everyone. I am here. You are saved. Huzzah! Good to have you here. Here we go. Toasties bread. Toast, yes, well. It's a different kind of bread. It's been altered on a molecular level because it's toast. It's carbon. Shut up, John. Take a drink, everybody. Take a drink. All right. We've got Jesse McCormick saying, hi, Paul. Great to see you having more screen time. Met you at Ottawa Comic-Con. Hello. You signed my bucket. Hey, that's awesome. Congrats on the Governor General Award nomination. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll be back at the Ottawa Comic-Con in September. And I'll also be at the Montreal Comic-Con and at the Winnipeg Comic-Con. So if you live close to any of those areas, look it up. I will be there. Drop by and say hi. I will chat. I will answer questions. We'll take pictures. We'll do the whole thing. So please drop by and say hi if you're around for that. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Here we go. Tony Marine is here, just stopping by to say hello. Great job on The Mandalorian. Thank you so much, Tony, for saying hi. Doug Cope is like Jinro Soju. No, it's what is it? It's not Jinro. It's the other kind. I can't remember. Gonna have to finish it and get the bottle again. Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. Wesley Williams. Hello. From North Carolina. I can't tell you how great it was to see you play such a big part in the episode. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Wesley. And we've got Hip Optimus Prime in the house. Hello, Nigel. Great to see you. I hope you are well. Where is it? What I want to what? Good to see you, my friend. Val A, aka Val Coney-tron is here. Hello, you're running out, but we will be back. You know, by the time you get back, we'll still be here saying hello to everybody. Let's just be frank about that. Let's just be frank about that. Here we go. This is my lovely producer, my assistant. Thank you. It's not. This is the soju that we have. It is chumchuram soju. So yeah, sunhari soju. But the company is chumchuran, and it's yogurt flavored. It's nice and cold. I like it. Anyways, that is my drink of choice tonight. And if we ever get to the end of this, and we will, we'll start talking about Mandalorian, and we'll go over the rules for the drinking game. Although I think a lot of you already know that. And yeah. Oh, Greg the Media Geek. Hello. I'm so glad to see you popping in the Mandalorian. I tweet about it all the time, but I really hope you get the X-Wing Buddy Cop spinoff. Thank you so much, Greg. I really appreciate that. And the support on Twitter as well. And thanks for joining us on this channel. Okay. Maybe if I start doing voices, we could do this, right? Pete Derrick with Babu. Hey! No, that was terrible. My voice is too deep. I can't do it. Here we go. Maybe if I talk like Yoda does. Too many voices. Jay Kirk is here. Yowza. My good friend John Kirk is here in the house. And Siri has activated again. Siri, stop. Siri, stop. Go away.
Just to confirm, you want to power off this device?
No,
Problem. I won't.
Just why? No. I don't know what I'm doing to activate it. But there you go. It's gone. John Kirk is here. Wowza. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Anakin Crespin is here saying hello. If you said hello there, we could have done one of these.
General Kenobi.
I did it anyways because, close enough for rock and roll. Going through. Good Lord. Furious conversation. We got here Frank DLA saying hello, Paul, and he's got Ogre as his avatar. Hello back to you, Frank. Good to see you. Thank you so much. We've got Mike Combs here saying hello to the Bitter Brigade. Hello, Mike. Hello. Mike Games. Did I say Grimes? Mike Games is here. Welcome to the channel. Dean McInnes from Facebook. Hello from Dean McInnes. Right on, Dean. There you go. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. Cactus is here as well. Mando Chapter 6 is the best so far. Season 3 was kind of slow. Chapter 6 is what we needed. Love to see the captain back in the epic X-Wing. Yeah, I think it's Chapter 6 hasn't... You mean Episode 6? Hasn't aired yet. I was in Episode 5. I think that's what you mean, and I will take that as such. And thank you so much for that. Sorry, I just had a bit of a disconnect because I go with episodes, and it's actually Chapter 21 because they're treating the whole thing like a book or a novel, right? So in the thing, in the TV series, actually, it's go away. It is Chapter 21, Episode 5 of Season 3. Simple, right? I don't blame you, my friend, but thank you so much for the kind words. It was lovely to be back, and man, that X-Wing looked pretty sweet. Flying that X-Wing. We've got a $10 super chat from my good friend Christopher Colvin. Thank you so much. If Carson got bumped off, we demand a Force Ghost version. Oh, that's really nice. I think he'd have to be a Jedi, though. He would have to be a Jedi to come back. Or some more back to tank time. He was in a back. We took his finger and we put it in a back to tank and we grew it. And it took a few years, but he's back, right? Somehow he's back. Is he back? He's back. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, Christopher. I appreciate that. This is what happens when you try to scope ahead while you're looking at the screen. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it. Love you, man. Richard Rush, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live. Some guy is here saying, I loves me some Bo-Katan. She was amazing in that episode. Such a badass in that episode. She is going to be the one that unites all of Mandalore. She walks both ways, both worlds, and is doing a great job at it. Katie Sackhoff, hats off. Huge ups to her. Wonderful, wonderful. Melissa Ann. Hey, Paul, streaming from Chicago / Golden Con tonight. Golden Girls. Oh, right on. A Golden Girls convention. Oh, it just ended. Oh, man, that must have been so much fun. Right on. Well, thank you so much for joining us and from Chicago, from the end of your con. I hope you tell us more. Tell us more. I want to know more for later on. All right. I've seen this before, and I'll say again, no, I did not get to keep that jacket. But hopefully that means I get to use it again. That's what I say. Everybody asks, do you get to keep this? No, you don't keep anything, just the great memories. But it's fine because, that gives you something to aspire to if you want to cosplay. Because I could try to recreate my own version of it. Or, at the same time, the best thing is, that's is if they keep it, I could use it again if they ask me back. So there you go. D Mills is here saying, awesome job on the latest episode of The Mandalorian. Thank you, D Mills. I appreciate that. Brick Something is here as well saying, Funboxing, woohoo! Listening while I handle some errands. Okay, that's very cool. Appreciate that. You're just listening to me say hello to everybody so far, but that's cool. I love it. Oh my God, we're just getting into the Beskar bit. Not the Beskar. This is the Beskar kid saying, Hot Toys, I need a Captain Teva and a Zeb 2-pack, please. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, 2-packs. Although it would be, it would be fun. It would be, oh, no, go away, Siri. It would be cool if it was, Trapper Wolf and Carson Teva or Lieutenant Reed or you could just that multi-pack. Hey, Hasbro, just got an idea for you. You're releasing all those little mini packs of all the stormtroopers and the rebel soldiers. Do one of all the pilots at a Delphi base. So you got like Jib Dodger, Sash Ketter, Trapper Wolf, Lieutenant Reed, and Carson Teva. You got 5 right there, and then you could have like a Zeb Aurelius for later on, right? I bet Zeb's going to get a Black Series before I do, right? So again, it's not up to me. But thank you so much, Beskar Kid, and thanks for joining us here on this channel. Bob Dylan with another super chat, $5. Ooh. Season finale prediction. Carson borrows the Darksaber to duel with Elia Kane. Ooh. I don't need a Darksaber to duel with her. I just need a good blaster by my side. He's a crack shot. Or how about some one-on-one starship, like spaceship combat? I'd do that. She would crush me, though. Like hand-to-hand, she would destroy me. I don't know if you've seen Katie O'Brien. Not only is she a wonderful, wonderful actress, kind, generous human being, she is also built like a brick shithouse. Like she is jacked. She takes care of her body, and she is just her fitness is only exceeded by her lovely, welcoming spirit. That's all I can say. And she's super jacked, and she's super, she's just a great human being, right? So I loved working with her, and it was so challenging, so much fun, right? Because I'd just met Katie, and I had to play somebody who really innately did not trust her character. And we'll get into that a little bit more later on, because he was, just an amazing experience. And Tim Meadows, good Lord, what a Tim Meadows. He was fantastic. Thank you so much, Bob, for that $5 super chat. It's much appreciated. Jeez. Ray Kenobi is here. Hello, Ray. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Gina B. Collecting. I love that name. I just got it. Gina B. Collecting. God, I'm so slow sometimes. Hey, your first unboxing live with Bitter Asian Dude? Live? Oh, thank you so much. Thanks. I hope we get to the fun boxing. I don't think we are. We're going to start talking about, I'm going to just start rattling off names now. But thank you, Gina, for joining. James Ward. Hello. Riley. Poramka. Thank you so much for joining us here on this channel. Good to see you too. I'm sorry. I'm just really losing my mind here. Dean McGinnis is here from Facebook. Thank you so much, Dean. Richard. Then we're going down through Andre. We got Andrew Theriot with a $10 super chat, jumping on a plane, stop by to say hi, and you're awesome. Also, Zeb, what? Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling by the time your plane lands, wherever you're at, we're still going to be saying hello. So I thank you so much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate that so much. Zimdono is here. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you, Darth Dangs. I think I said hello to you, but I'm going to say hello again. Brian is here. Hello, Brian. Christina Payne is here. Hello, Christina. We've got Alpha Monkey here. Hello from the UK and beyond. Right on. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Anthony, we said hello, hello, hello. Christopher Steven is here saying hello to Mr. Imagination. We said hello to you too. Yes, Tony. We said Chris Lorman is here. Hello, Chris. I'm doing well. Thanks so much. Good of you to drop in. Alpha Monkey. I love that name. Love that name. Love the spelling of it with the U. Very, very clever. Big Dog Pound 1 is back. Good to see you again. Woo! Absolutely. Wonderful to see you here. Jedi Knights Watch is here with us, saying hello to everyone. You didn't say hello, but you know we'll do this anyway.
General Kenobi.
Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Gary Lau is here today as well. We've got Luis Esquivali saying hello to everybody. Hello back. We said hello to Tony Marine. Yes. Christina Payne. We're getting there. I gotta say it. Justin's Collection is here, all the way from the land down under. Good to see you. Good to see you on this channel here, as well as Isabel Foisey on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. The Traveling Jedi is here as well. Great to see you on Jedi's channel. What a great episode of Mando. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, man. Did I? Oh, see, I thought I had an Uber Dog. 1 is here. Justin's Collection. Showed off your custom head sculpt, and it looks pretty awesome. I saw the Instagram post. It looks fantastic. I can't wait. It's exciting. Burnt Vidar Larson Bitter Vader 74 is here. Thank you so much for dropping in. Good to see your name here as always. Bob Dylan with another $2 super chat. Congrats on landing Uncle Iroh. Perfect casting. Yeah, thanks. It's been my cup runneth over. It's just been too crazy. It's been too crazy. Damage Queen. Hello back. Good to see you. Thanks so much for dropping by. We got Mr. Wabi here. Hi, Paul. Good to see you on the latest episode of Mandalorian. Thank you so much. We got FJR605 saying hello from Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you so much for joining in and saying hi to us. Andy H is here saying hey, Justin's Collection again with the Carson Teva head sculpt, which is great. I got to check that. I got to check it out. We're on opposite schedules, right? It's daytime here. It's morning there. No, nighttime here, morning there, morning here, nighttime there. So we're in opposite ends of that. So I got to find out when I can start watching those videos. Ninja Theory Ashrams is saying hello back. Great to see you. Ryan Dole is here. Hey, what's up, Dolster? When he hits a 200 likes, he'll show off his lightsaber skills. We're not. How many likes are we at? I have no idea. No way to track that. But thanks for dropping in. Thank you. Brian is here. Thanks, Brian. Yes, I will say hello to your wife, Lindsay. We both loved you in the last Mando episode. Well, thank you so much. And hello, Lindsay. Hello to you. I hope you are well. And Brian, your husband, loves you very, very much. Cheers. Okay. Monday 87. Hey, Paul. Hey, back. Can't read all I'm sorry. I gotta get through this. Miss Sunflower. Hello, Miss Sunflower. Good to see you. World Mind. You keep dropping up. Lots of chats here, which is great. Andrew Allen, Alpha Monkey. Yes. Yes, Justin, you are packing for celebration. Everybody's packing for celebration except me. We'll get into that a little bit later. No, I won't. Won't get into that. Michael from Facebook Live is joining in. Come see us. I'd love to see you come to a FanX in Utah. Well, if it's under the Fan Expo brand, don't hold your breath. And we'll get into that later on too. But I'm not bitter. Not at all. Guston Zimachine, sorry. Guston Zimachine is here. Hello, hello. This is great. We're there. We're there. We are there. We're there. We're there. We have to be there. Sound Reckoner. Hello, Sound Reckoner. This is too much. It's like trying to push a rock up that Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill. Super chat from Captain Wrecked. When they get to a Rogue Squadron movie, we better see some Teva. Nothing saying he wasn't Rogue. Time to Google how to write a screenplay, I guess. Thank you. Tumbling Tornado. Thank you so much. Oh, I keep forgetting to give you guys this. For the super chats. Just trying to keep up. Thank you so much. I really love Carson Teva's role in The Mandalorian. I hope a Carson Teva Outer Rim adventure series. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'll take that. Thank you so much for the super chat for you and Captain Rex. I appreciate that. My buddy Kevin toying around. That is complete now. All of Boba Squadron is in the house with the super chat. Yeah. Love that probe droid in this episode. Yeah. Shut up, Kevin. Love you, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Oh boy, Craig McDonald. Hey, what's up? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us, Craig. Yes, I'm having a great day. Thank you, Rob Killenbeck. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you. Appreciate you dropping by. I think this is it. I'm going to post this too. Louis saying, thank you everybody for love. This is why I love this community. We all support each other. Keep up that support. Keep up that support. $2 super chat from Ken Plume. Thank you. Am I doing a celebration fun boxing? I will be doing a celebration fun boxing, and there's going to be a special announcement. So tune in next Sunday for Fun Boxing Sundays. Well, we'll actually do a fun boxing, and it'll be great. Yeah, big announcement coming next week during Celebration Weekend. Tom Ninja 6 saying hello from Wisconsin. Thanks for checking in. Spice Runners Lounge is here. Thanks for checking in. Marc-André Doiron. Thank you so much for saying hello. William McClintock is here. The sound effects machine. It is totally addictive. I love it. Okay, I was going to say hi again now that you're paying attention. Thank you, Yoko. I appreciate that. Echo Bravo is here in the house on Facebook Live. Thank you for the love. Appreciate that. Damage Queen is here on Twitch as well. Thank you so much for that double dip. Mugen Marine is saying hello to everybody here. Thanks for dropping by. We're going to get there. We're getting there. I swear. I got to be way more ruthless with this sometimes. Dakota Toure, I love you, bro. I love you too, brother. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love. Sean on Facebook Live. Ivanku, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining here on Facebook. Jesse McCormick, thank you so much. Love it. Oh, you're following on Twitch and you subscribed. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. We got Sand Reckoner here. All right. I feel concerned. Yeah, I know, right? Sorry. Another Twitch, but I'm loving it because I'm seeing some comments on Twitch, which is great. Crafton Anonymous is here. Amazing episode and Major League Baseball opening weekend. It is a great time to be a super fan of both. Absolutely. Bearded Builds is here. Peter, thank you so much. I gotta get in touch with you. I gotta talk about getting that sign made up. And I'm thinking both logos. But we'll talk. We'll get into more detail about that later. But if you don't know Bearded Builds, check out his Instagram page. Some fantastic woodworking skills. Makes these great signs. Yeah. Cannot say enough about it. And really want to get my own sign done up. We got the Dockinator here as well, saying hello to everybody. Hello back. I know I've got to find a more efficient way of doing this, but this is what I love. This is what I love. Captain Wreck with a $2 super chat, $2.20. Katie would be perfect for an Aliens Vasquez reboot. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be cool. But you know what? We don't need to reboot it. Let's start some new stories, fresh stories. I think that would be good. That would be like lovely, absolutely lovely. We've got William Owen saying hello. Hello, William. And yes, I agree with you. Must be on Hot Toys. The Rebelorian. I love you. Oh, that's a great logo. Thank you so much. All the love right back to you. Thanks for joining the channel. Patrick Really Velasquez is here. Hello, Patrick. Welcome back. Good to see your face again, my friend. And we're talking about Katie, so we must be getting to the end. We got Mustang Kid 1997 saying hello from Hamilton, Ontario. Hello back, my friend. I hope you are doing well. And we got 179, 180 likes, 183. It's going. It's climbing. Wow, this is crazy. This is really crazy. I'm loving this. Thank you so much. We're almost there. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. We got a super chat from Matthew Sinclair of $11. Idea: Saturday streams just to say hello, and a Sunday stream. Yeah, it's feeling like that, right? Like before you know, it's going to be Monday morning. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay. John Bent Jr., good Lord. A blast from the past. Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you're doing well in Winnipeg. It's so cool to see your face too, my friend. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I know. People who are just dropping in really quick going, what is he doing? He's just saying hello to people. You can do that? It's like, yeah. That's kind of my shtick. It should just be the hello show. Single songwriter. Yay. Good to see you again. And thank you so much. We got Nick Bratchhouse, Chris Christie double dipping. Yo, love it. Work the system, my friends. Let's do it. We're getting there. I know I'm probably getting slam dunked by everybody. I'm getting posterized by everybody here, but I can't read all of your comments. Kat Chin is in the house. Hello, Kat. Are you looking forward to Monday? The Boba Squadron, as we gloss over the season finale of The Bad Batch, the two-parter, and really dive into my episode. Because I keep going at this rate, we're going to be into Monday, and we'll be on Kevin's channel toying around for the recap of Mandalorian Chapter 21, Episode 5, The Pirate, and, of course, Episodes 13 and 14, or 14 and 15. 13 and 14 of The Bad Batch, Season 2, the finale. Ooh. Some tears were shed. Spoiler alert. Cool. And oh my God. We did it. We have finally come to the end of the hellos. It only took an hour and a half. Wow. An hour and a half to say hello, but you know, it was worth it. It was worth it. I've never had to say hello. So I think we had at peak about 200 people, and I think I said hello to everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. It wasn't for lack of trying. So let us begin with me saying thank you, everybody, so much. We have a drinking game here. I'm just going to throw up the rules here. Usually, you don't have to drink alcohol. You can drink whatever you want: tea, coffee, blue milk, juice, water, pop. Whatever floats your boat. I'm drinking soju. This channel is not sponsored by soju. Drink responsibly if you are drinking. But yeah, basically what we do is whenever certain things happen on this channel, you notice them coming around, that's when you take a drink. Like if I swear, like if I tell somebody to shut up, if I use the phrase, for those of you who don't know or nothing can be easy, you take a drink. If I mention instructions, when I actually open something, you take a drink. Terry Smith, I'm looking at you because instructions tell us what to do. And I appreciate that. If I talk about a collectible retaining game, we're not even going to get to that. Just, you know what? Drink to your heart's content. I'm going to leave this up here. And I'm going to also bring up this lovely super chat from my friend, Kevin Wong. This is a show opener for the Boba Squadron. Yes, absolutely it is. The Boba Squadron is, of course, on Kevin Wong's channel, Toying Around on YouTube, where the lovely Yoko McCann, Kevin Wong, Ernie Villarreal, and myself, we do an episode recap called A Bad Batch Case of the Mondays, where we do the Bad Batch episode recaps. But then it's become the Mandalorian season 3 recaps. So we've been doing that. So that's Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Toying Around's channel. Give it a check out. It's a lot of fun. And we get to listen to Ernie's stories. Back in my day. So here we go. Yeah, so these are the rules. You can see it when I unbox things. Sometimes I find a dent. I say it's fine, but it's not fine. Take a drink. If I'm putting something together and I drop something like a screw, tiny battery, or anything really, you take a drink. If I get stymied by tape, which is my nemesis, you take a drink. And if I talk about getting robbed by Terry Smith on Strike a Pose, in which he was a judge, we're talking wrinkles in the clothes, we're talking museum poses, talking all manner of nitpicky things, but I'm not bitter. You take a drink. And of course, the big one is if I have to take a bio break, and I might have to right now, you finish your drink and you get another one. So here we go. See, lots of stuff. So yeah, let's bring it. Let's talk about chapter 21. I shot that episode back in November of 2021. So a year and a half ago. And it was wonderful to get the script and to see that Captain Teva was in fact doing a lot more. And it was exciting. I got a chance. I was working with Peter Ramsey. He was the director on the show. And of course, Peter is also known for being one of the co-directors on a little movie called Into the Spider-Verse. So yeah, he was the creative force behind that. He's a lovely, talented man. Absolutely adored working with him because it was very collaborative, and I really felt his trust and his confidence in me to play the role. And I love that. It's like when you walk in as an actor and you get to work with a director who has supreme confidence and kind of goes, yeah, this guy's a pro. He knows what he's doing. It just frees you up as a performer. And I really, really appreciated that. And that scene in Colonel Tuttle's office with the inimitable Tim Meadows, who is hilarious. In fact, not unsurprisingly, took 2 days to shoot that because we worked. We were in the volume. It was a large set, and it like the scale of the office, like it was kind of like in Andor when they're walking and you see the rows and rows and rows of desks. It was supposed to be like that. Anyways, but shooting in the volume had its own sort of challenges too because literally we just shot all of Tim Meadows' stuff on the one day, and then we turned the camera around and we shot our side with Katie O'Brien and myself on the other day. And whenever you have more than one person in the scene, the coverage and those are the different angles and the camera placements, they become a lot more complex. And especially with the little side looks I was giving to Katie, it just took a long time to shoot it. And they shoot the TV show like they would shoot a movie. And then put it into perspective, for Kim's Convenience, which was a half-hour comedy, we would shoot 10 pages worth of dialogue a day, which is a lot, right? And for The Mandalorian, it was significantly less. I mean, I think the scene itself was maybe 4 or 5 pages long, and it took double the time. So it's a different pace, but just because of the scale of it, and they don't move on until they're happy and they get what they want. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It was really cool working with Tim. Big fan of his work. You saw from his performances, he's got that great sort of dry, very wry sense of humor. He's not trying to be funny, but he comes across as very, very funny because I think there's a lot of truth in the way he sort of delivers his lines, and like just the whole, this is a man that is beleaguered. He is completely flummoxed by the mountain of bureaucracy and paperwork that he's under, right? So it's like me trying to say hello to everybody and then having to answer questions. It's kind of nuts. So got some questions here. I'm going to try to I have not seen Ladies Man. So I see these. Is that a lady? I don't understand these. I know it's from there, but having not seen Ladies Man. See, I know Tim Meadows from Saturday Night Live, of course, but not that character. But I do know him as well from the latest thing that I remember him from was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he played the cannibal in that. It's like really pleasant guy, but who like murdered children and ate them, right? So he played a horrible human being, but he's just so unassuming and so friendly. And that was the juxtaposition. That's what made him funny, right? And that's him. He's a master at like just a deadpan, flat delivery where he just sort of plays that truth. And it comes across as very, very funny. So we got a question here from Tuli. So did they take work from Rangers of the New Republic and integrate it into The Mandalorian? I couldn't answer that really because I have no idea what kind of storylines they came up with for Rangers of the New Republic, how far along they got in terms of the story writing, the script writing for that. I think it's fair. That's a fair assumption, but I couldn't answer that definitively. You know, it does seem there are, here are the Rangers and this and that, so they must have been using it. Yeah, it's a fair assumption to make. Whether it's correct or not, I couldn't tell you because I'm not in the writer's room. But I like to think that, yeah, they did want to integrate these Rangers in a little bit more. And if they did do substantial work on it, and it makes sense to sort of weave all these storylines and these franchises together, different shows, that's cool too, because, Carson Teva did show up in Book of Boba Fett, right? So that's two different franchises now so that's a perfect go-between, kind of like Agent Coulson or Nick Fury. I'll say that. When we were shooting this, it was great because I remember Jon Favreau sort of rolling in and going, yeah, you're kind of like the Nick Fury, huh? You like the Nick Fury? You keep showing up. And I'm like, I'll take that. If Jon Favreau calls me the Nick Fury, yes, sir. I will take it. I will take it. I love it. So there is that. I'm not sure when the Winnipeg Comic Con is. I think it's in October. So, but you can Google it. Winnipeg Comic Con. It'll be cool. Brandy Wood. Okay. Anton's asking, I understand the background of the patches, but can you explain them? I want this jacket like everyone else, since I'm a pilot and very curious. Excuse me. There's a really, really cool sort of background to those. When I was waiting to shoot my scenes, sorry, this is a microphone. When I was waiting to shoot the scenes for the man, there were a couple of days where I was just waiting around. Right, they weren't ready. They flew me in early. It was great. I had to have COVID tests done. I was isolating, and Shauna Tripsick, who is the lead costume designer for the series, she is the queen of nerds, and she's just an amazing designer. Really loves Star Wars. Really does the deep cuts, the deep dives, the nerd thing. Like she'll go in and source the original fabric, and go right down to like how and replicate the number of stitches that they use, the lines of stitching for all these costumes. She emailed me and said, hey, like, they're wondering if you want to, these pilots are going to have these jackets, and they thought it'd be a fun personal touch for these pilots to design their own patches. Do you want to do that? And I was like, yeah. So there were two patches I got to design. One, of course, was the Ranker head. And that started off actually as a bulldog. I had done, and the reason I chose a bulldog originally was the bulldog is an animal that's had significance in my own life for a number of years. In high school in Calgary, I went to a school called Sir Winston Churchill High School in the Northwest, and there the school mascot was a bulldog, right? The Winston Churchill Bulldogs. I played on the football team. I had a bulldog on my chest, so it's that. Living in East York now, the mascot or the animal that represents East York is the bulldog. It's the East York Bulldogs. And my youngest son, Miles, used to play for East York in their baseball association for like 5-6 years. He played there. And so, that was really cool too. And I'm kind of I wanted to pay homage to that just because that animal sort of had throughout my life that kind of significance. And I thought it'd be a cool patch too, right? So I did this patch with a bulldog and an X-Wing fighter and all this stuff. And one of the notes I got back from it, because it was going through, from Filoni was, it's a little bit too busy. Try to make it a little bit simpler, and they used kind of like the Death Watch symbol, right, as a guide. Like, just make it more. Don't make it too intricate. It's just and if it's too intricate or too complicated, it looks too earthy or whatever. Just boil it down to the essence. And by the way, there are no bulldogs in space. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I didn't want to say the Klatooinians kind of look like bulldogs, but I'm not going to rock the boat. But I was like, okay, cool. So I thought, and Shauna actually said, well, what about a Rancor? And I went, oh yeah, that's cool. It's close enough, the face and the jowls. So I did, and it was like the first iteration was a silhouette of the Rancor, like just the shadow of it with the eyes glowing. Now the problem with the Rancor is it's got a tail, and the problem with the silhouette and a Rancor with the tail sticking between its legs is it looks like it's dong. So basically, it's like, yeah, we can't use that. It's like, oh, okay. So I had another thing where it was just the Rancor's claw, and it was like, no, and they liked the Rancor head, so I just sort of took that design of the head that I had drawn, and we turned it into a silhouette form, and that's that patch. That's how it came to be. The second one with the red bird and the blue bird. Now, somebody I saw on Twitter, somebody said, oh, it's a hurricane symbol. It's not. I could see how people might think it is, but a clear shot of it. And I actually have the actual drawings of the sketches on my iPad. I was going to share them, but I wasn't sure if I was allowed to. So anyways, it is a red bird on top and a blue bird. And it is an homage to the Taeguki, or the South Korean flag, where it's got the yin yang symbol, except it's red and blue, and red representing North Korea and blue representing South Korea. And so there was that, because it looked like two birds, like they start off as swirls and they were birds. And so that was an homage to South Korea, my home, like where I was born. And in Arabesh, up top was an E and a Y, which stands for East York. And again, it's another touchstone to home. And they really like that one too. And it's just like my way of personalizing and just sort of keep in touch with my roots, because I think that's a very important thing in my life now, is really sort of staying true to yourself and having that that reminder of where you're from, and embracing that, and really sort of being proud of that. So that's it is. Trapper and Hooch. Very funny. Very clever, John. Shut up. Take a drink, everyone. And so, yeah, it was really, really fun. And I'm loving the fact that people want to recreate these patches. But that's the story behind those two patches. And they made those like overnight. I submitted them. There was a lot of back and forth going on. They finally got approved. And the next day when I went in, they were on the jacket. And those jackets, so Shauna crushed it with those jackets. Those jackets are not store-bought. So for anybody who's going out there saying, oh, what was the brand or this or that, not store-bought. They're based on patterns, but they were all scratch-made by the wardrobe department. Can you believe that? Like, and every pilot has a different cut. So they're not all the same cut as my jacket. Some had the the sheepskin, big collars. I know that Rick Famuyiwa's jacket is more of a baseball jacket cut, so it's got no collar on it, because he's a huge Dodgers fan, and that's again his name, Jib Dodger. Dodger, as in the Dodgers. Is there a jib? Obviously, is one of those cranes and stuff. So there's dual meaning in that. But yeah, so everybody's got slightly different jackets in that, and I love that jacket too. Like, I know, Terry Smith, you had a bet going on with somebody where you thought it was an homage to Indiana Jones, like his jacket. Same style, but I mean, that's a question for Shauna. But I think it's just more of a coincidence. That's the because Shauna would have gone, and this is your Indiana Jones style, right? So yeah, no, I don't think it was, because Shauna's a big nerd that way too, and she would have let me know. But yeah, so those, and what a great look, and it makes so much sense as pilots to have these jackets. And I know people have been comparing it to Poe Dameron's jacket that Finn later had and stuff like that. But yeah, leather jackets and pilots have gone hand in hand for like a long time. And it also lends the look of the old, the World War II pilots back in the day. And I know that's something that's a vibe that Favreau wanted to give off for Delphi. I mean, if you look at a Delphi squadron, it's very much like, it's got that Vietnam War feel, but I think more that World War II in the Pacific feel. There was a series called Baba Black Sheep or Black Sheep Squadron, where it was about an American naval base operating in this island in the Pacific, and they were very much like a Delphi squadron. They were kind of on their own, limited resources, same pilots there, and they're tasked to patrol or guard over a very, very large area. And so, that with the Quonset huts and the cantina that they had there, I loved it. And I thought that was great. And so that's Delphi. That is where the Rangers, the Adelphi Rangers, are based out of. And yeah, I'm just like loving that. There were a ton of cameos in that scene too, right? So I think a lot of you spotted that as well. Of course, Dave Filoni, he had the hat. Now that was not his. I know there's been some debate online. They say, "Oh no, he's wearing his trademark hat," but it's not his cowboy hat. That's a different hat that was specifically brought in for that. It's more of a flat brim. It's more reminiscent of Cad Bane's hat than Dave's cowboy hat. And it's brown as well, so it's got a shorter brim, but it's like, there he is. He's got a jacket. Deborah Chow is there, reluctantly dragged in to reprise a role. She hates being in front of camera, which is awesome. That's what I love about Deb. She's just she wants to be behind the camera, but she will come in front of the camera if she has to. And of course, Rick was there. They're all having a conversation. Now, here's a big Easter egg, or I guess cameo. And a lot of people don't know this because he's not credited, because you don't see his face, but you see the back of him. The person I'm having a conversation with initially at the bar is none other than Doug Chiang. Doug Chiang is one of the production designers of Star Wars, period. He worked on The Phantom Menace. He worked on Episode 2, Episode 3. He's been involved, a lot. The N1 Starfighter, I believe, was his design, right? So I was chatting with him, and I love that. And so it was great because we were talking shit about Trapper Wolf, which is hilarious. And whom I outrank, by the way. I am the ranking officer. I was the ranking officer in that bar as far as I know, although I think Doug Chiang, because he was outfitted in you'll notice the two different types of uniforms. There was the orange jumpsuits from the original trilogy, and there was the blue flight suits with the more updated vests that were used in the sequel trilogies. So you see there's that transitioning happening where they're moving away from the original trilogy aesthetic into the blue of the New Republic. And you'll notice that in Coruscant when you see the fleet troopers and they're all wearing the blue uniforms. They're transitioning into the New Republic uniforms, which are blue. Elia Kane, she's wearing the blue uniforms, and Colonel Tuttle, he's still got that old school Rebel Alliance uniform, but everything is being transitioned into that New Republic blue. So that's really cool. And that's a really great subtlety that's being layered in. And this is what I love about the production design, just the forethought put into everything that's happening there. Much like the Clone Wars sort of propped up and filled in the blanks for all the prequel trilogy. I believe these shows, they're doing the same for the sequel trilogy. And my prediction is 10, 20 years from now, when we rewatch all the sequel stuff, once this body of work has been established and has propped it up, we'll look back and do the same thing as we did with the prequel movies and gone, you know what? These movies weren't as bad as we thought, and it's just like, and that's how smart Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and company, all of them are, because they are, and what an unenviable task they have to create this lore within this very specific parameters. Within these parameters, there's a little bit of retconning going on, but really they're really filling in those blanks and making sense of a series of movies that, for time reasons, couldn't answer all the questions. Right? You had to make big leaps. So I think that was really cool. But I love that you're seeing the New Republic, and you're seeing that, you know, it was easier being a rebellion in many ways, right? Now they have structure, they have bureaucracy, they have, you know, they're bending over backwards to not be the Empire. They've gone all the way around and they're kind of acting like the Empire, except more out of them being overwhelmed and understaffed than being just like, screw you guys, we're doing it this way. So, excuse me. There is that. Yeah. Brian Posehn, if that is you, and I know it's not you, when it comes out, we'll see. I still got to get through The Last of Us. I still have to start The Last of Us. I still have to finish the first Fallen Order game too. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you so much, Brian, for joining us today. If that is your real name. Oh, no, sorry. Here we go. What is retconning? Retconning is what I mean. And so retroactive sort of when you excuse me. Wow. Basically it's what you do when you subtly change the meaning of what's happened by telling a backstory that sort of changes what it is, because you give other information that wasn't previously known to sort of justify this behavior and in fact change the perspective of it, right? So that's what it is. You look at a certain character's decision, you go, this doesn't make sense at all. This is really stupid. And then a few episodes later, or like in another franchise, they'll tell a backstory that goes, oh, well, this happened, and that's why this character acted this way, right? So that's kind of what retconning. That's like a half drunk sort of way of explaining what retconning. Look it up, Google. That's all I have to say. Question from Greg, the Media Geek. Paul, is there any chance of seeing an animated version of yourself in something like The Bad Batch? It'd be kind of perfect because you could voice a younger version of yourself. I wouldn't say no. And I think that's a great idea. Somebody tell Dave. Somebody tell Dave. Oh, man. Oh, I know who this is. Okay, thank you. That's not him. That's my son. Haha, trolling. But he actually wants to, yes. Okay. Yeah. We all know who Brian Posehn is now. Lesser Sertle. Young Sertle. Good to see you. Question from Melissa K. How much of your scenes were filmed in green screen versus practical sets? So the first scene in the bar was actually shot on set, on location, in a place in Culver City in Los Angeles. And so that was all practical. And the interior was. The scene on Coruscant was in the volume in Colonel Tuttle's office. And the stuff out on the Mandalorians, the covert, was in the back lot. So there was a big mix of practical and volume. And yeah, the scene where he's walking into Coruscant as well was in the back lot, as well as walking on the back lot. They had a big, huge green screen. Same with the X-wing, climbing in and out of the X-wing. That was in the back lot as well. So, which is surprising. The only stuff on the volume was the interior of Colonel Tuttle's office. Pretty cool. Gonna go on. Why did they cut the shirtless volleyball scene at Adelphi? It had been done. Sadly, Top Gun stole that scene from us, actually, but they aired their movie first. So, in the interest of, like, you know, we didn't want people to scream, "Oh, they're copying Top Gun." They cut the scene. That's how it was explained to me. Had nothing to do with me having my shirt off. Nothing. Here we go. Brian S. How was it doing a scene with Zeb and all the CGI stuff with that? It was easy. That was the cool thing. Was the hard thing was trying not to geek out. It was a guy in a mocap suit, big guy, like big guy. It wasn't the voice. It wasn't Steve Blum or Bloom doing the mocap stuff, although they used his voice. And of course, he's the voice of he did the original voice of Zeb Aurelios in Rebels or Garazeb. They were trying to be a bit like it could be him or it's another Lasat. And I was like, come on, it's a Lasat. There aren't very many of them. It's got to be Zeb. Like, okay, it was Zeb. So it was cool, and the guy who was playing him was pretty cool. We chatted, but he was in a gray suit with like mocap balls and stuff. So it was just like, okay. And like, if you've seen them, you look ridiculous in them. Like, there's no really hiding it. I know the puppeteers, for example, they wear the gray suits as well. It's just so they can be digitally removed or altered into or out of a scene, right? So the guy doing Zeb was great, and it was just like the hardest thing was keeping that under my hat for like a year and a half. It's like, Zeb. It's the first time we see Zeb live action. Are you kidding? And I'm in that scene. My nerd cup runneth over. I mean, I was just like, and it's just like, and that's the thing. When you shoot this show, there's so many cool things that happen. And it's hard, but it's not hard because I don't want to ruin the surprise for people. And I've been absolutely delighted to see reaction videos of people when they see him like, oh, is it? No. Yeah, no. And you have to watch to the end credits to confirm it. And it's great. And I love that people are freaking out because they're all going, oh, how can they just leave him there and drop it in and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, yeah, man, always leave the audience wanting more. Always wanting more. And there's going to be backstories. There's going to be backstories. So there is that. According to Paul Ontario's stream yesterday, the mocap actor had clean teeth. I was trying to do a Simpsons quote when Homer meets God and Bart says, hey, what's he like? And I misquoted. It's like, I think the actual line is supposed to be fresh smell, class act all the way. And I said clean teeth. So, but that was, but he was a really nice guy, really great guy. But he was huge. Like this was like a bodybuilder, really like shit brick house guy, like tall and stuff. And so it's like, oh, this is going to be so cool. And did they not knock it out of the ballpark? He looked great. That CGI was great, right? Carabast looked awesome, right? And that's right. That's right, Yoko. Carson Teva is friends with Zeb, right? They changed the line. That last line where he says, good luck, you're going to need it, wasn't in the script. It was, I'll watch after you drink for you, right? So I thought that was great. I know it sounded like little Boba there for that, but that's kind of the only voice I can do. Oh, the camera went off. Little Boba, your camera shut down. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Looks like he sabotaged his own camera. Yeah. I'm sorry I got spoiled for you. But you know what? It's such a little moment. Like, he's not integral to the story. So that's more of an Easter egg. And yeah, you got robbed of being surprised to see it. But at the same time, I don't think it takes away from the delight of seeing it. And I think the big takeaway is we're at a point in life now where it's like, if you don't want anything spoiled, you got to stay off socials completely. So yeah, I'm sorry, but thank you. I have not named my X-Wing. I have not named my X-Wing. I haven't even thought about that. Yo. Question from my friend Steve 3. As a big nerd, how did it feel to stand there as all those Mandos walk out and gather around you? I'll tell you a story. So we're there, and we're in the back lot, and it's big. And they've got the cave set up, and they got a little mini lake there. It's incredible. And we had to delay shooting because I remember for the first time in a long time, like LA had a big rainstorm. And it flooded that set. And so we had to push shooting by about a day, maybe 2 days, so they could clean it all up. They're also shooting different episodes at the same time, right? They're shooting like 2 or 3 episodes at the same time. And so I saw the covert there with the little kid, with the foundlings. And I saw them run by. I was like, oh my God, they're like foundlings all around. They all had their little helmets on. It was cute. It was amazing. And then, you're surrounded by all these Mandalorians and you're looking at the armor and the different patches, the color schemes and whatnot. And if you look closely, some of the Mandalorians have Imperial armor bits, thigh armor, shin, like pauldrons, and it's like from TKs, from shore troopers. And so that was really cool from a cosplayer point of view, looking at that and seeing that design. It's like, oh, they've got armor that they've cannibalized from fallen foes or whatever that they're using. And we were shooting that scene where they all come out, and it's super dope too, because like it's a long shot, the camera's far away, it's just me, and you see them all come out, and there's Paz Vizsla with this huge ass gun, Tate Fletcher, who is in the suit, and he's doing the voice for Paz Vizsla now. He's all like, "Clear out, blue boy." I'm like, fuck, this guy's so intimidating, but it's cool too, right? Because you're there and you're in that moment. It's just like it's so much fun to play that, right? To be like, I'm here because I need to see Din Djarin, and Mandalorian comes out, it's Din Djarin, and it's Brendan Wayne in that suit. It wasn't Pedro Pascal, and I'll tell you right now, every scene that I've done with the Mandalorian has just been with Brendan Wayne. If the Mandalorian's there, for me at least, it's just been Brendan Wayne. Pedro was off shooting The Last of Us in Canmore in Alberta, so he's not around, at least for the scenes that I'm in, and so. All my scenes I'm playing with Brendan, and I love him. That guy he brings it. Like he's the embodiment of that gunslinger. He's that guy. And, we're doing the scenes and they're not using his voice, but he's still playing that scene and he gives you so much to work for. And so this is a huge appreciation post. I want to do this on social media too. Huge shout out to Brendan Wayne for being a fantastic scene partner, because it's not easy. He's in that helmet, right? He's got to be able to sort of convey so much information physically, and he's got to learn lines for a scene that they're not going to use his voice for. But it is an absolute honor and a pleasure to work with him. The guy's a professional through and through. He's fun to work with. He comes from Hollywood royalty, but doesn't act like it. You know what I mean? Like, he is as down to earth as you get, and he's like a lot of fun. He likes to play around, which is great. And so like you get that feeling of play from him. And so it's so much fun doing the scenes with him. So to see all that and to be part of that, it's just like, oh my God, this is incredible. As an actor, as a fan, I'm like dying. It's like I'm surrounded by Mandalorians and they can cut me down like there's no tomorrow, but I love this. So you play the scene. So we're rehearsing this scene first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then they're usually, because they're all kitted up in their Mando armor, they have their body doubles or the stunt doubles in there. And, we're all there and we're sort of chatting about the scene, and Brendan's there and he's got his helmet on, and there are all these other Mandalorians there, the background performers. And there's a Bo-Katan in her armor. And like, okay, I'm assuming that's the stunt double wearing it. She's got a cover, like a big cloak over her armor and the helmet on. And we're talking about the scene, we do it. And you go, okay, and cut. Like, we just sort of do a quick walkthrough. And then she takes off her helmet, and it's actually Katie Sackhoff. And this is like, early in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, it's you. And she sort of like looked at, she was like, oh, like surprised. She said, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm normal. I just really was not expecting you to actually be in costume at a blocking rehearsal for a scene where you have no lines. And that's how much of a nerd and how much Katie Sackhoff loves being in the armor, but also it speaks to her professionalism. She doesn't need to be there. Wearing that armor isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. I know. I've worn cosplay like armor. It's not fun. It isn't. It's cool for like 10 minutes, but then when you're there all day, you're like, okay, let me get out of this thing. And so for her to actually be there was just like, if you know, I was a big enough fan before, and I was made even a bigger fan when I saw that. And she is just what you'd expect. No airs, down to earth, uh, likes to laugh, very cheerful. Just yeah, there's that whole, and I've been very fortunate. They say, never meet your heroes because they could be dicks. And so far, I've been so fortunate they have not. And Katie Sackhoff is another example of that's a pro. She goes in, doesn't need to be there for a walkthrough rehearsal where her character has no lines, but she's there because she wants to know, she wants to be informed. And I think a little part of me thinks she loves being in that armor, right? So I think that's really cool. Yeah, I was super surprised. Like, oh my God, it's you. I couldn't help it. It just kind of sort of blurted out. So yeah. Yeah, she is. She is. But like you have celebrities or other people who they say they're nerds, and you're kind of like, but are you? Are you? So there's that. I think that's a really great. I see this. I think it's a good idea. I'm normal. That's a good idea. We'll put a pin in that one too. Put a pin in that one too. So that's I became even more impressed and more of a fan of Katie Sackhoff. But again, you're playing that scene and it's just so cool. You're walking out there, you're being watched, and it's just like, Carson Teva. He's been around the block and he's terrified because he could get shot. But he knows, and he goes, this is what I love about playing with my character is he goes above and beyond. He knows how to play in those margins. He can't technically do anything overtly, but he works the back channels, and I think that's how you survive in the Outer Rim. That's how you get shit done. And I hope they really just sort of play with that. Do you have any other questions? Did I miss anything? Emily Swallow is very cool too. Yeah. I got a chance to meet her at the opening, the premiere of Mandalorian season 3 at the El Capitan at the after party. She's amazing. She's great. And she's so kind because she was like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to finally meet you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's so fun. It's nice to finally meet you. Like, you're in the show a ton. You're the armorer. You are so fucking amazing." And so it's nice to have that, to sort of to be recognized by other members of the cast as playing a role or significant role in the series. It's very gratifying, and I'm really loving it. Really loving it. So, what was the question? Yeah. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. That's all I can say. NDA. Non-disclosure agreement. Hyperdrive Star Wars channel is here. Kind of hoping Carson gets a little dogfight scene. This season had some great ship-to-ship battles. Man, that is, 100%. Like that N1 against those snub fighters, those pirate snub fighters, was awesome. Just that whole vein. He's above you. He's below you. I would have loved him to say he's behind you. Like, would have been just like the cherry on top. But yeah, like seeing that the Starship Combat, like that busted up Lambda class shuttle looked fantastic too, right? Like just that Corsair, that gigantic pirate ship with the batteries and the turrets in atmosphere. I love watching dogfights in atmosphere. Space is one thing, but you can lose a sense of direction in it, whereas land battles, like if they're in atmosphere, you know where the land is. And so there's more of a frame of reference to your brain to sort of track all the ships and stuff. Even the TIE interceptors and the Gauntlet going toe to toe. I need to see more of that. I'd love to see it. And again, so that's why I would love to see X-Wings against interceptors again.
see the Y-Wings back in action. Just get some capital ship action happening with a Star Destroyer. Not like the little ones. Like I'm talking like one of those big Star Destroyers going toe-to-toe would be great. But, the New Republic, everyone is so sick of the war. I mean, they're demilitarizing, right? They're decommissioning all the ships. You saw in that episode, all those Star Destroyers are being dismantled and scrapped, which seems like a huge waste. But I think the New Republic, in their haste to not be seen as the Empire, wants to get rid of any vestiges of anything warlike. And so, that leads, you can see where it's going, right? Like, it's prophetic words from Carson Teva. It's going to get so big, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And you see how the New Republic is just bogged down in red tape and is bending over backwards to be so unlike the Empire that they're just paralyzed with indecision. So that's really good too. You really understand the sense of speed with atmospheric. It's absolutely it. And Din Djarin, what a pilot, right? Great stuff. Mon Mothma is the Chancellor at that time. I think you are correct. But again, because it is, they want to get away. They don't want to repeat the same mistakes that the old Republic did, right? Because it's and that's the thing. It's like a centralized government for something that as vast as the galaxy is almost impossible, right? So you get systems that fall through the crack, and the Outer Rim has always gotten the short end of the stick. But I do believe at that time, Mon Mothma has been appointed as a chancellor. But it's a losing battle. Did I write my own backstory, my own headcanon about Teva's association with R5? I have not. I try not to do too much of that, just because you never know what you're going to get in a script. So if I have in my headcanon, it's a certain way, and I get a script that is completely the opposite, it's like, okay, that might mess you up a little bit. So I just sort of trust in the fact that if it becomes important enough, it'll be scripted. But I'm too focused on just playing those moments right there, if that makes sense. That's right, TJ. Not those little bulk cruisers, the big Corellian ships. Excuse me. Wow. Lots of talking. Yes, they are. They're becoming what they hated the most. And they're getting bogged down. And, they're turning a lot of systems against them. You already see the disdain that Grief Karga has and Din Djarin with the New Republic when they talk about, like, in the first episode, where he says, why don't you just ask the New Republic for a marshal? Like, they don't care. And like, yeah, you're right, they're jerks. And it's kind of true. It's like they're not a high priority. And especially if you don't sign. I mean, and that's the other thing about that scene with Elia Kane. She knows her big superpower is she knows how to speak bureaucrat-ese, Like she knows how to play that game and go, oh, they're not a signatory. If only they'd followed the rules and they knew what was going, it's that thing, because when you have limited resources and you have so many problems, so many things you have to deal with, priority has to go with the ones who have, like, sort of joined up and expect that sort of, this is why we signed up, right? Aren't we? Isn't this why we're members? So we get help, first of all. Like, why are you helping somebody who isn't a member? So it's like they're caught between a rock and a hard place. And it's really easy for us to judge because we're in that situation. We're like, well, it's the right thing to do. And it's like, yeah, it's the right thing to do on so many different levels. And it's never that cut and dry. And I think Teva realizes that he's being railroaded out by Officer G68. And he knows he can't waste any more time doing that, but he knows a way to sort of do an end around, and that's why he goes and he seeks out Din Djarin, because he knows this is a man who can get stuff done, and he can do all the quote unquote wet work, and Teva can keep his hands clean, and it's called plausible deniability, I believe. So, and that's what he says. I just want to let you know your friend is in danger. I thought you should know. So that's one way of looking at it. That's one way of looking at it, but it's the bureaucracy, right? That's the thing. They can't afford to look like the Empire and make unilateral decisions. There's got to be a committee for everything. There's got to be a requisition for everything. As Colonel Tuttle says, it's not a rebellion anymore. We have a structure, and it's brutal, brutal. I am too. I am too, Susan. I am too. We'll see what happens. This is interesting. Could Carson have helped Ahmed Best's Jedi character, Kelleran Beck? Well, we know that Carson Teva served during Alderaan. So this is like 20 years before, so I don't know if he would have been what position he would have been in for this. And this is interesting sort of headcanon stuff that I don't that I try to stay away from. I just said I try to stay away from there, but it's one of those things where somebody pointed out that at the end of Rebels, there are 2 X-Wings that are escorting Ahsoka Tano's ship as she goes off to search for Ezra. And somebody on Twitter, and I kind of like this, was like, could that have been like Carson Teva's? Could he have been in one of those X-Wings? And I kind of go, well, that's a neat link. That would be cool. But when you're playing with certain time frames, right? So you're talking like original trilogy to the Mandoverse, that is a period of like 10 years where he's there. 20 years beforehand, I don't know. But it's interesting. Alpha Monkey. Was a scene of you entering the Coruscant atmosphere CGI or volume? Must have been immersive with the volume. If you're talking about the X-Wing going, that's all CGI. Completely CGI. Yeah, that's all CGI. Him going from space into Coruscant, that's all CGI. So no volume required. I'm not even going to touch that. Like anything Carson Teva cannot be done. I don't think it would be under just fair. Lucasfilm Disney would slap a cease and desist order. I'm not even going to play with that, right? So everything. Yeah. No, sorry. This is they're idiots for keeping the mind flat. Oh, we'll just keep it on low. What? Yeah, in that one scene when they turned it up and you saw they have that one shot of the meter and you see how high it can go. You're like, really? What they should have done is just capped it. You can put in inhibitors, like speed inhibitors on trucks or cars where you can't go past a certain speed. They should have built that into the Mind Flayer or whatever they called it, that rehabilitation device. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, she's cranking that to full. He's done. He's done. Yeah. The New Republic is reminding me a lot of the Galactic Republic and all of their mistakes. Nice to finally catch one of the streams. Hello there. Just must.
General Kenobi.
Hello back. Yeah. No, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, it's one thing to be a rebellion with no, and you have to keep separate and nobody tracks paperwork, to being in charge and being responsible and accountable for all these resources and what's going on. And the inevitable paperwork and the bureaucracy, especially with a centralized government, makes it crazy. Like logistically, it's impossible. So yeah, they're just falling into that trap. So, there's that debate of, well, I think the old system, the way it used to be, where these systems would be independent, they would be signed on to the Republic, but they would have their own sort of defense forces. They would regulate their own trade and whatnot. So, like, you know, this again, it's like way above my pay grade, but it just shows how immersive this universe is and how much more there is to it that can be debated. So there's that. Excuse me, my throat is going. It's going. If you left the Mando covert, oh my god. If you left the Mando covert with an OKSEEYOU, that would be so funny.
It's a trap!
Would it? Would it be funny? Would it? I think it does a disservice to Carson Teva. I think it'd be a fun tip of the cap, but really, Appa, Carson Teva, so different. So different. And it's not the first time I've heard that. It's not the first time I've heard that. Here's a great question from Grant Rudbean. Since Carson served at the time of the Battle of Yavin, do you think he ever came into contact with Luthen Cell or Saw Gerrera's? Who's to say? I mean, he served during there, but I remember asking Dave, like, so was he part of the Battle of Yavin? Was he there on Hoth? Was he there for the Battle of Jakku, Battle of Endor? And Dave was like, well, you know, I think he was just sort of keeping it open because they hadn't decided yet. But it's like, it was a big war. It's a big, big war. And there were battles, countless battles that haven't been recorded. And so he just was keeping it open. But I think, yeah, on that front too, who's to say that he didn't come into contact with Luthen Cell or Saw Gerrera? I think the possibility is there. And until they say otherwise, I think, yeah, I'm open to that possibility. I think that's great for storytelling. So there's that. I answered this question about an hour ago. The flight jacket, the Rancor patch, the one below it is an homage to the Korean flag. It is not a hurricane symbol. I think some people thought, oh, it's a hurricane symbol. It is not. If you look closely at it, it's actually of two birds, a red bird and a blue bird. And that's an homage to the South Korean flag. That's where I was born, in South Korea. It's the red bird, red on top for communists, blue on the bottom for the Democratic Republic. And in Arabic, there's an E and a Y, which stands for East York, which is the borough that I live in Toronto. So yeah, that was my homage to that. We got another super chat from Captain Wreck. Logic would suggest I was at Scarif. Yeah, who knows? Certainly wasn't part of Blue Squadron. Sorry, no. Yeah, I mean. But I mean, who's there, right? Gold Squadron, Red Squadron, Blue Squadron, right? He wasn't at the Battle of Yavin, so wasn't part of that. Didn't fly a Y-wing, so it wasn't part of Gold Squadron. So I don't know. I don't think he was. He might have been somewhere else, and that's the thing, right? So, yeah, because Red Squadron, they lost Red 5, and that's how Luke slid in and took that pilot's sort of position. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless they had more than one squadron, he might have been part of, like, Rancor Squadron or a different squadron out there. But I don't. I mean, you could suggest it, but I don't know how plausible that would be. Would be my answer to that. But thank you for the super chat, my friend. He definitely would have been at Jakku. Everyone was there. Well, that was the last push of the Empire, right? And that was the final defeat when they finally, like, after Endor, his forces were scattered, the Imperials regrouped, and then Jakku was the final big ass sort of defeat to finish them off. I'd like to think he was, because so little has been, like, there's been very little actual canon other than the video games about that. So that would be a little bit more plausible, I think. So, sure. Why not, Daniel? Why not? I didn't see Brian Posehn there. That's not bad. Carson Tave was hanging out with Kian Farlander during the events of Rogue One. That's a good one. Yes, yes. Melissa's asking, is there any way we could see close-up pics of your artwork on the patches you designed? Let me ask. I'm going to ask Shauna Tripsick and see if it's okay if I do that. Yeah, I'll ask. And if she says yes, then absolutely, I will. I will, definitely. But if she says no, there's some pretty good screen caps of it, so you can see where what I was talking about. But yeah. I'd like to think Carson was at Endor and Jakku, considering how big the fleets were. Yeah. I would too. That's a good point. Fair point. Fair point. It's a great question from Vanessa. Hey, Paul, what's your favorite scene to film acting-wise? I'd have to say the scene in Colonel Tuttle's office, just because there were so many different ways you could play it. And we did so many different variations of that. And that's another reason why it took 2 days. Peter Ramsey, again, fantastic director. We came with so many, it was great. And it was just sort of, it was like, jamming and like playing music, and you're just sort of jamming, and you've got the notes, but you can play them so many different ways. And we did it so many different ways. And he was like, well, why don't we try it this way? We're like, you're coming in hot and like you're really upset, and then just play it like really cold, ice cold and under control, and stuff. And so it was like really, really cool in terms of trying to find those moments, that right balance of being forthright and being very demanding and saying, hey, like, no bullshit, this is what I need from you, sir, to just like, being the way it was eventually aired. I mean, it was when you have that trust from a director and that confidence to play these different things, and for him to make these suggestions and give me these redirects, and to be happy with what I gave him was great. And again, you can't do that without fantastic scene partners. Katie O'Brien, again, oh my God, she was such a snake in that scene. It's so great, and just so played that moment where she just chewing and loving being so subversive, and just like knowing she's just completely pulling the wool over Tuttle's eyes by speaking bureaucratese. Was just great. And she really, really leaned into that, really loved it. And it's like, yeah, heck, how can you not love having scene partners like that? And again, and Tim Meadows is fucking Tim Meadows sitting there and just like being this beleaguered guy who wants to do good, but is caught up by regulations. And he's just so beaten down and so like, I don't know. Oh, this is so hard, right? Like, I just love that. He's just so overwhelmed and so just tired. I loved it. So that was I would have to say, my favorite, most challenging. But again, that the scene with all the Mandalorians was crazy, right? Because how often do you get to do a scene where there's like 30 Mandalorians come out and stare you down with their blasters? And then there's Paz Vizsla, and then there's Din Djarin, and oh look, there's Bo-Katan, and then R5 was there. Like, so many great moments. And then at the bar, you're there, and this, oh look, it's like half of Lucasfilm sitting there in X-Men costumes, and I'm talking to Doug Chang, and oh look, this is going to be Zeb. I'm going to be in a scene with Zeb, Garzeb Aurelios. There we go. That's, yeah, my nerd cup runneth over. But the most challenging one and the most fun one in that sense would have been, yeah, that scene in Colonel Tuttle's office. Stevie, you're going to go. Thank you so much for dropping in. Love you, brother. All my best to Ali. Hope you survive Edmonton. Love the city. But I know you've gotten used to being on the West Coast. So good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. I'm going to start wrapping this up soon. It's like 2.5 hours. My wife probably wants to go to bed at a certain point. It's only 9:32. Screw that. I don't want to drink. She's going to be up. Any other questions? I'm going to see this. Crafter Anonymous. I really enjoy how Katie plays Elia's lines because you can read in a double meaning to a lot of the stuff she says if you're understanding what she's trying to do as a double agent. And yeah, that was the cool thing. I remember her telling me, you know, I just met her and we're just sort of talking about the scene. And she said, oh, I did, you know, Omid, poor Omid's character. I did him dirty. And she's like, as a human being, she was like she was heartbroken with what her character did. And but like as a character, she's like, as an actor, you go, those are fun roles to play. When you get to play the bad guy, the heavy, and you're manipulative, and this, and like the feedback has been tremendous. People are like, I hate her. I hate her. That means she's doing her job, which is great. And as long as people hate the character, not the actor, that's cool. But I think we're grown up enough, people get it. They're not real people, they're characters. And so that's great. But Katie O'Brien is fantastic. Real deal. Loved her. Loved working with her. Dylan Lambert. You mentioned before that in Mando Season 2, the X-Wing cockpit was reused from Rogue One. I noticed many more angles of the cockpit interior this time around, updated cockpit set. It's the same one. It's a great question. It's the same cockpit. They did some modifications on the inside. They had to fortify and reinforce some of the frame just because the front end can come off so they can place a camera right in front of you. And it's got to be reattached, but like a lot of the interior frame, they had to reinforce because it's awkward getting in and out, and you put your hand on a control panel and it's not reinforced and you can knock it out of place. So it's, they did do some of the redesigns for the inside just to accommodate certain actions as well. In the scene where he's flying the X-Wing and he's looking for the gauntlet, for example, he's tapping on that scanner. That same scanner later on doubles as like a closed circuit monitor for R7's probe. So yeah, there was a little bit of alterations going around for that. So same base, they've kind of fixed up the dressing a little bit. Oh, that's a great question. How did 1977 Paul feel about staying next to R5, the hero of Tatooine? I went out and I bought the 1/6 scale version of R5 immediately after, like because I was shooting Avatar at the same time and had to fly down to Los Angeles to shoot these because I booked this before Avatar. And so it was great because I had to fulfill my obligations to the Mandalorian. Shot that first, but it was a lot of flying back and forth between Vancouver and Los Angeles. And it's funny because if you look closely, my mustache had already been, there was so much email about this with my agents. They had to shave my mustache for Avatar. And so when I went down to Los Angeles, they actually built me a fake little merkin mustache bit to come in. So if you look at it in all the scenes, that's a fake middle part of my mustache. And they did a great job. Hair and makeup did a fantastic job of building this fake mustache for me. So I had a fake mustache, no CGI, just good old fashioned fake mustache work happening. And again, kudos to the hair and makeup department, crushing it as always, making us look great. Yeah, we're not getting to this. Just fair warning. Good night, Andy. Thank you so much for dropping by. Love you, brother. Jennifer Verhees, your nerd cup runneth over. Couldn't happen to a better dude. Thanks for sharing with us. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Yeah, looks like everybody's checking out. They are checking out. Oh, scale that. Okay, here's the thing. They are. I had my own set. There's nothing predefined, but I had my own in my own head what every button did. Every button that I switched, it had a purpose, and can't remember it now. But in the moment, they all had a set purpose, just so I could recreate it for continuity's sake. So there we go. We unboxed an episode of a television show called The Mandalorian. That's it. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying, what? He's just going to watch it in public? In the script, everybody in the bar was stopping to listen in on it. So that's it's funny because the finished product, that did not happen. So it was like, I think Anna asked, like, so was Zeb listening in on it? Like, was he eavesdropping? It's like, well, everybody was supposed to be, but that's not what came across. So there you go. What's this question? Does your history or work on YouTube never come up when looking for work, like during auditions or networking? No. But I think more and more they're taking social media accounts into consideration. Like, I know, like, if you have like a big following on Twitter or on Instagram or TikTok, and you're up against another performer who's got the same skill, but maybe their socials aren't as big, I think they lean towards the performer who has a bigger social media following, which is kind of sad because that's the defining thing. And at the end, it's like, well, who has more fans, who has more eyeballs, we can get this product in front of. And I think that's just kind of the reality of the way work is nowadays, right? Social media, everything's connected. I kind of like the fact that I love it when somebody gets discovered and the social media explodes overnight because people see this person go, oh my God, who is this? And you want to know more about them. I kind of like that story instead because, the person with like 1 million followers isn't going to be hurting for anything, right? The person with a couple thousand followers, they have so much to gain and their work is spectacular. That's what we love. I think as a society, we love those success stories. Excuse me. People who sort of blow up and then you see the following grow. I kind of love that. Yes, we did unbox our hearts. Thank you, John. I'm sorry I told you to shut up so many times, but it's because I love you. All right, we got another super chat from Ken. This is towards taking Anna to dinner. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Here's another reminder, everybody. Next week is Star Wars Celebration London. I'm not going to be there, but there's going to be a huge announcement coming up. Big surprise. Funboxing Sunday, episode 62. Tune in for this massive announcement. I'm very excited about it. Yeah. It's been a long time coming, so I'm really, really looking forward to sharing this with all of you. So tune in next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Funboxing Sundays, where we're actually going to do a funboxing. And I've got this massive announcement. And if I can get my shit together, we'll have some trivia and some giveaways happening too. All right. So again, that is Funboxing Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Anna sends her thanks as well, Kevin. Jesus. Oh, it's that time. It's because I saw Kevin. I thought I saw Kevin Wong in here. He bailed a long time ago. I know he did. Anyways, from me to you, I'm going to raise my cup to all of you. For those of you who are still here, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure talking about my experiences here. If you have any other questions, just leave comments in this under this live stream, and we will for sure. I will respond to them to the best of my abilities. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We've got a couple more super chats here. People want to keep me on. It's great. They were gonna. Hey, Alfredo, thank you. You want to purchase my mustache, Merkin? They wanted to give it to me, and they forgot to, because they wanted to give it to me to say, hey, like, it's gonna be the Christmas break. If you want to bring it home to wear it for family photos or whatever, you can have it. They forgot to give it to me, but thank you, Alfredo. I'll keep it in mind next time if it ever happens again. Robert Donatel, thank you so much, my friend. Something for the new basement to be and the start of Carson Teva's new adventures, Mando and beyond. Thank you. Honestly, your generosity is so mind-blowing. Everybody's generosity here. I appreciate it so much. Stay safe out in Oakland, California, my friend. And God, I got to make it the trip out there and we got to have dinner together. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Anna says thank you as well. We appreciate this. We really do appreciate this. Everybody saying goodbye. Not sure if we'll be back in time for Easter next week, but enjoy your week and hope you all enjoy your holidays. Thank you, Melissa Ann. There's always the replay, so you can check on YouTube. You can search Bitter Asian Dude Inc., and you can watch the replay of this because it'll be there for all posterity. But have a great Easter weekend. Thank you, Bitter Troll. Thank you. Read this and stay longer. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, my friend. Yes. Yes. I appreciate your support. Thank you for that $5. Thank you for supporting me on Twitch, on Facebook Live, and on YouTube. You're the best, my friend. You're the best. And can't wait to see you again when you come up for the Bad Bash Part 2. Right? Oh, yeah. Feeling the love. Feeling the love. Thank you so much, everybody. You know what? This is it. I'm going to raise my cup to you. Cheers to you. Here's the end of a fantastic week. Here's the beginning of another fantastic week. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. And may the force be with you. And keep playing with your toys. Okay? See you. Oh. Ah. Good night, everybody.